Cool. I'll just tell Emma we're doing that. Yeah. So if you want to keep hold of that, and we can look at questions.
Yeah.
On your phone.
Sounds good. So we have to do that.
Yeah. This is the first Google Hangout I've done on here, so
yeah.
I'm a newbie.
Me too.
I'm just getting used to
it.
Yeah. I'm a bit ill. So does it say who's in the room, or does it just say how many people are in the room?
It's 3 watching now.
Okay. Do you want to type something to start the chat out?
Yes. No, is the chat working? Yeah.
I think you might be the only viewer right now.
Oh, it's come down to 1.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's just get into it.
1 watch. Come on, focus.
Yeah, I don't really know how this works. Did you write some things down in the notepad to talk about?
No.
Where is it?
It's down here.
That's not the one.
This one?
No, the cork one.
Thanks.
I will use this one as well. Okay, so why did you want to give this live stream an intersectionality?
Just because it's something I'm.
Can you do
Yeah, I did that
that?
something I've been thinking about a lot recently.
First of all, though, do you want to introduce yourself on my channel?
Oh yeah, I'm Dan. I go by Godzilla. That's Godzilla.
Just, I didn't have time to put it in the description box, so do you want to just spell it out for people?
So YouTube user BUGZILLAH.
Yeah. So oh well, it's spelled like that. You have to just decipher it.
How is it go?
Yeah.
How does it go?
BUGZILLAH. So what is your channel about?
Sort of brain dump for me, really. But it's mostly been like about veganism so far.
You're vegan?
I am vegan. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, it's mostly been vegan stuff so far.
Yeah.
I plan to branch it out fairly soon. Get regular videos.
So is intersectionality something that you were going to talk about on your channel?
Plan to, because it's something I'm sort of learning about, and mostly I think agree with so far. So I'm just essentially the idea that and correct me if I'm wrong on this, because again I'm still learning, but the idea that oppressions such as the oppression of animals are a systemic issue. They're reflections of something that happens throughout society. So there are, the way we have hierarchy with animals at the bottom below us is similar to the way, you know, racism works, you know, where people consider their ethnicity above others, or sexism, where, you know, the assumption that men are more deserving of power.
Yeah. I just wanted to say hello to Holly, who's in the room, and she said, "Hello, Reb's brother." Sorry, bad joke. It happens sometimes, doesn't it?
What people think of brother and
Yeah,
sister.
yeah. Stan Pawsey.
Yeah.
Reb Pawsey. Work it out. Yeah. So sorry, and also I'm a bit ill, so that's why my throat's bad. But yeah, intersectionality.
Yeah.
Why is it a hot topic right now?
I think it's an interesting time. I think the world's going through a period of social unrest at the moment. Things occur really since 9/11, I think. I guess things like the Arab Spring, you know, people in Arabic-speaking countries. Oh, we've lost the stream. Hear me still? Yeah. Rising up against dictatorships. We've had Black Lives Matter movement. Yeah, of course. With people in the US becoming conscious to currently extend, particularly in a time where I think we maybe thought a lot of these issues to be over. It's really shed light on the fact that not over, but the way we're taught. So that's, I guess, that those two things are, you know, ultimately the product of people into the rulers and the oppressed in one way or another. Yeah. You know, man over woman, white over black. You know, in the mind of a racist white person, or should I say, racist against black person. I think just so we can get this going. Sorry, yeah. Because it is really interesting. But watches this, gives it a thumbs up. I think that means more people can see it. Yeah. And they can get involved, and then we can have more fun. Yeah. But also, I'll put this on. I'll just do a selfie of us, and we'll put it on Instagram. Yeah. Yep. I'll advertise it on there. Nice. So so yeah, what were you just saying? Yeah. So to bring it back round, obviously we went on lots of a lot of tangents there. It's, I guess, the application of a systemic analysis of why issues like animal, you know, carnism, I guess, in general, and racism, sexism occur, and phobia, why these things are, why they occur as a system within society that needs to be addressed and changed in order to have the best effect in all those areas together. Can it be achieved? Yes, I think things sort of were in idea to sessions and events raising, I guess, like class consciousness. Yeah. I suppose that's in the socialist. But gender consciousness raising, I suppose. Gender consciousness being what, like gender fluidity and all that. Awareness, I suppose, of. Rusty Richardson, hello, says like the audio is not that good. Oh, so we need, let's turn this music off and also talk louder. Thank you. I've got such a sore throat. Let us know if this is better audio quality. Yeah. Just using my
laptop, and it's not the best. Yeah. And
I think that's it, really. I think
the gender intersectionality.
Oh yeah, awareness, I guess, and again, I'm still learning a lot of this, but the effect of knowing more about your gender and being able to see past, I guess, like indoctrinated to an extent notions of sort of man's place, woman's place, those old notions.
Indeed.
To get round them into society's programming.
Yeah. And said, introduce yourself.
I'm Dan. I'm Bugzilla on YouTube.
I wrote it down, and it was it comes out backwards, I think, but maybe it doesn't. Bugzilla.
Yeah.
You're an intelligent vegan.
Am I?
I always feel like I learn something.
Oh,
that's
nice.
But yeah. So people know. Because they know me, I assume, if they're subscribed to me. But I think also people who are not subscribed can see this if people thumbs up and share it. So that'd be cool.
Yeah.
To get some other people. Yeah. What? Tell us a fun fact about yourself, Dan.
I can turn my feet backwards.
Yeah. How have you found that inspirational and influential in your life?
Well, when I was 11, walked kind of tightrope really easily.
Remember to speak up.
Yeah, that was fun because I can lay my feet along like that.
Yeah. What is everyone else's hidden talents, secret talents? Mine's playing devil's advocate.
Yeah,
such a lame party trick. Like, I'm not the best debater. I don't really like to get involved, but if I have to, then I try to always take the side of the opposite side of the person who's having the debate, aka playing devil's advocate, right?
Yeah.
But I made that really lame joke about veganism.
Devil's advocate.
Yeah, devil's. What do you call a carnist who argues for veganism? Devil's avocado.
I like it.
Rusty Richardson, you both have the same second name.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I've only just figured that out.
Pawsey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was quite a good joke. But yeah, that's my hidden talent. Reb, I can hear you, but your bro or husband can't hear you. You need to talk up.
Hello.
You need to talk up. I don't know where the microphone is on my laptop.
Maybe if I sit close.
Dan, do a testing.
Testing.
No, I'm going to go to the bathroom and listen on the phone and see how loud.
Oh. All right.
Because the people
talk lots. You see, hello, I'm talking. There's like a 5-second delay as well.
Yeah, don't just say nonsense. Actually, talk to people.
Oh, right. Let's read the comments. Yeah. Yeah. So we're just doing a sound check to see if you can hear me talking. And if I sit back a bit, so it's not artificially loud. How's that sound? Hello. Words. Questions? Sounds fine. But okay.
Yeah, it sounds like underwater, kind of.
Oh, right.
I don't know why.
Got like tweety sounds in the background. Sort of.
Just like, oh. It's audible.
Yeah.
Holly says it's alright.
I'll just speak up a bit.
Yeah. Alright then.
Alright.
So what was the main beef of the intersectionality that you wanted to talk about today? Was it in terms of veganism, in relation to veganism?
I just wanted to ask what people know about it, to sort of have a discussion about it. Sort of, I've introduced sort of what I understand of it.
Yeah.
Which is still very limited at the moment. So use it as an opportunity to learn more.
Do you think it's Like, is it really important in terms of veganism, or is it just it would help that?
I think it would help. Think, I mean, I guess things could still be achieved as a single issue thing. I think single issue veganism has worked in the past, but I suspect more could be achieved because it's more people lending their power to it.
And why are some people? Oh, Rusty Richardson, I'll give you 10k to shave your beard and hair off. Talking to you.
No.
That is a generous offer.
Yeah.
It's just hair.
Yeah, but no.
10k.
My identity, so I'd rather not.
Rusty Richardson, what hair do you have? I've forgotten. I think you've told before. Anyway, yeah, what were we saying? Intersectionality. Oh yeah, why are some people really against it? And they're like, oh no, SJWs, etc.
What do you think?
Maybe because
I don't know really.
No, well, that's what I'm asking. But like, because the way I've been explained it, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it seems.
Julian W, have you seen Ask Yourself video on it? Well, that was quite a recent one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Isaac Brown.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I did.
What did you think?
I watched it. I listened to it while I was working though, so I didn't fully take it. So I need to.
His videos are usually bang on.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with him on his vegan points.
Yeah.
On some of his politics, I don't agree with him, but live and let live.
Yeah.
Like the guys. Those reasons for thinking.
But did he explain what intersectionality was as well?
Well, again, I don't think I'm the best judge because I wasn't fully concentrating on it. I was working at the time, listening to it in the background. So
okay.
It was intense sort of concentration needed type work as well. So yeah.
Is that all you had to say on it then?
Yeah, just.
What does everyone else think of it? I feel like it makes sense because veganism is kind of multi-encompassing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like the umbrella thing, the umbrella theory.
What do you mean?
No, let's not get into that.
Okay.
But it's like all-encompassing. That's why people say you can't be an environmentalist if you're not vegan.
Yeah.
Because they kind of like all these things have the same moral baseline kind of thing.
Yeah, and I mean that is an attempt at an intersectionalist approach from veganism into environmentalism, like environmental campaigning. It's demonstrating that the environmentalist argument doesn't entirely work without veganism due to the amount of environmental damage done through animal agriculture.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's an example of like trying to strengthen one movement through interventionalism and to strengthen the arguments of veganism with the environmental argument as well. Synthesis of movements, I guess, is a thing that's happened before. So,
yeah. Now, what about like there's a racism side of it, isn't there?
How go on? Like, tell me about it.
Well, like, is it okay to draw parallels with things that, like, in terms of human oppression to other animal oppression? Do you know what I mean?
I guess what we're talking about here is racial sensitivity around some of what, in particular, white vegans say as campaigning and activism talking points. I met one time a vegan person of colour, and we had a chat about this.
Yeah.
And she was Romani, and she took umbrage with the use of the term animal holocaust.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah. Because it's kind of, she said it feels like the historical importance and
yeah.
magnitude of suffering that occurred.
Making light of it, kind of thing.
Yeah, for Jewish and Romani Slavic people under Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, because the Hayden Cooper says, what even is intersectionality? I'll give a quick rundown.
Yeah, quick rundown.
It's so it's like, well, inter and sectionality. You're like combining different sectors.
Yeah.
Of like revolutionary movements, I guess.
Yeah. I hear a lot in terms of how these positions can also anarchism and socialism. And I mean anarchism in sort of the traditional sense of political movement and hierarchical, I suppose, would be the way to describe it, as opposed to, a state of anarchy, smashing up shops.
Yeah. Speak up though, because if they can't hear.
Yeah. So how would that merge? Well, I guess in terms of that as a movement includes, as a set of movements, it's not, anarchy is not one movement. What was I going with that?
I don't know.
Yeah, so it includes as a rule within itself that no hierarchy should exist if it does not meet its burden of justification. So, like, for example, the authority of a parent over a child is justifiable because, that child could run out into the road or something. So it's for, a greater good,
greater good.
Or a minimization of suffering, which I suppose in some sense is the greater good.
Yeah.
If it demonstrates that kind of property, then it's justifiable. But if it doesn't, like, for example, in my opinion, the monarchy, the people, is not justifiable because we make appeals to religion and to birthright and the divine rights of kings, that kind of thing. So the sort of European Christian culture, I know, and possibly in others as well that I don't know about, that the king or queen is ordained by God, is chosen by God to do that. That family is chosen by God. That's, how do you prove that? How does that? How can you justify that as they get power, they get wealth over the peasantry or even the other nobles? Why is there this stratification of power and wealth?
I don't know.
A lot of the justifications are, clearly inventions by the upper classes in this system to say the clergy have a position of power, so they're going to include religion in that, God. To do it.
Does that have any place in veganism? Is it a hindrance?
As in hierarchy?
Yeah, no, just like religion.
That's a good question.
What do people say when?
I don't know many religious vegans, so.
Well, that was also because one of the fallacies, not fallacies, one of the things you hear is sometimes God made animals so we could eat them.
Yeah.
Eat them.
Which.
What do you say to those people without having a knowledge of their religion?
Yeah.
How do you put it in terms that they'll connect with?
With that, the main thing that's on my mind in that scenario is not make assumptions about religion, but I do bear in mind that just made an appeal, sort of a mutation of an appeal to tradition.
Yeah, appeal to God.
Appeal to God. Yeah, I suppose maybe that is sort of a known fallacy and a named fallacy. But yeah, as they've done that, it's I find it difficult, but it makes me anxious that I'm going to get pulled into some kind of religious debate, like prove your God exists.
And then obviously they know so much about it and we don't.
Yeah. Then
so you're going to have nothing.
Fighting on their ground.
So difficult.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So I try and avoid that. I'm not good at having that particular kind of form of that argument with people.
I guess you could ask them to say specifically which part of the Bible or whatever says factory farming is okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, inflicting suffering.
Yeah.
The way you do it.
Unnecessary suffering.
Mm.
No, unnecessary suffering. Like,
yeah.
Do you like ever hear that? Things written by the RSPCA, you know, retractor approved, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And or if people get done for infringing those rules that they have at slaughterhouses, it's like the verdict is they caused unnecessary suffering.
Yeah.
As opposed to necessary suffering.
Yeah.
That's so dark.
It's insane.
What is necessary suffering?
It's Orwellian.
That's horrible.
It's unnecessary suffering.
I'm gonna write that down for later. Where's my pen? I think it went on the table. They shouldn't use an unproven book to justify the proven suffering of innocent beings anyway. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing though, because that's what you're dealing with. So how can you then get through to them? I'm just going to go get a pen.
I could very easily see that becoming a religious debate because you've taken it onto the grounds of it. You know, to prove they're God, so they're going to start trying to prove their God to you, and you know, it's no longer a discussion about veganism.
Yeah.
Or,
it's tricky.
It could be taken down so many tangents from that point. It's risky.
I might write a poem called "Unnecessary Suffering."
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't know how to spell unnecessary.
That's a hard one.
I think it's just one N.
It's
necessary.
Yeah.
So that looks wrong. Stay tuned for that poem. Okay, Julian W. Hello. Gary Yourofsky solved the religious problem by making the version of God look like a douchebag. Nice. Cheers, guys, for the spelling. Sorry, I'm a bit ill. That's why my voice is really bizarre. Made God look like a douchebag. But would that have gone down well with a person who's religious? They might have just you might have got their backs up more. I'll look into that though. I guess that's on somewhere. Maybe if I just type in owns God. Holly, I saw some free-range grass-fed cows the other day. Some free-range grass-fed cows. They were covered in hardened shit and flies, had flies all over them. Hashtag humane. Yeah, exactly. Ash is in the house. Your friend Ash.
Oh, yeah. Hi Ash. How you doing?
Ash, Emma and I were out doing street interviews the other day. We interviewed two of your work colleagues, Tom and Will. It was hilarious. Hey, Byron's in the house. I didn't get a notification yet. I don't know. This is my first time doing Google Hangouts. My first live stream on my channel.
Nice.
Got Dan Pawsey, guest on the first one. Yeah, apparently Gary Yourofsky solved the this one, the God though one.
All right.
So we can check that out.
Yeah.
They just made God look like a douchebag apparently.
Right.
Gary Yourofsky. God. So Ash said, Earthling Ed used a good example. There's a lamb in a room with God and the devil. The lamb gets killed. Was it the devil or God? Let's think about that for a minute.
Yeah.
There's a lamb in a room with God and the devil. The lamb gets killed. Was it God or the devil? So most religious people would say that.
Yeah.
So. ... How can I read more? I can't see the rest of your comment, Ash. Maybe you haven't typed it yet. She says, also, Dan, if you don't shave or get your hair cut soon, there won't be any of your face left.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Other people in the room have said similar, haven't they? Beard off right now on live on air.
Well, it's not going to happen.
How long have you had that beard and hair?
I had beard and hair to go probably like 3 years, 4 years, something like that. No,
Yeah.
I grew most of the beard when I was studying. That was like 2 years.
Is it
So
because
that
you're a
was
poor
3 years
student and
ago.
can't afford a razor?
So the hair I've had 4 years, the beard 3. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
And
poor
it's
student can't afford a razor.
it's not going tonight apparently.
No. So,
Beard is here to stay.
yeah, keep going.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is that religious people will admit that killing animals is evil. So yeah, so they'd say it was the devil.
Yeah.
Because they think, well, God wouldn't kill a lamb for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's quite good. I like that.
Yeah.
It's not a definite answer, but it will get them questioning things. Won't
Yeah.
it? Good call there. Good old Ed. Hayden Cooper. Red Tractor approved method of killing newborn baby lambs is picking them up by the legs and slamming them against the wall
Oh my
confidently and quickly.
Fuck's sake.
That's hideous.
Yeah.
I had that for piglets also. That's Red
Oh.
Tractor approved.
I just felt that in my stomach.
Yeah. Things down because I just find it really fascinating.
Yeah.
Like the humane myth is so disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah.
That needs to be smashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a fan of the beard? Agar Queen.
Agar Queen. Thank you, Agar Queen. Who's that? Who's that? Oh,
We should have this side.
oh,
Really.
my beard is lovely. Don't shave it, man. Right, where are we
No, I can hold it a second. That over and then put that one there.
Yeah.
It's on that side of the thing.
That makes sense. Put that there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
That's quite nice
Cool.
because you get the light coming out the window.
Yeah.
So they are in favour of the beard. So that's 1 for the beard and 2 for shaving the beard off. We're going to keep a tally.
Not coming off.
Cast your votes.
No.
So the devil won't want you to read my comment. Ooh, controversial. Do you want to continue reading while I write down the tally for
Where
shaving?
are we up to?
Rusty Richardson.
Hello, Rusty. And oh, the devil don't want you to read my comment. This is true. Stephen Fry and Christopher Hitchens destroyed God in a university debate on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Cool.
Stephen Fry. But not in terms of veganism, I'm guessing.
I mean, I know he's atheist. Yes.
Stephen Fry?
Yeah, and he's debated it on TV before. He asked someone if God is real, like he would say to God, like, what about like, parasites that live in children's eyes? Like, why are they part of the plan?
So maybe that's the one they're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, that was like a big thing.
Oh yeah.
TED Talk. I think it was a big thing.
Big thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all interesting stuff though.
Yeah.
Thanks, Byron. Probably look that up afterwards.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Yeah. Ash said, yeah, Tom and Will messaged me straight after, and Will is now vegetarian.
Hey,
oh,
nice.
I'm a little angry that I've been trying to veganize them for over a year, and then Emma talks to them once.
Nah.
They were really lovely guys. When we're people to street interview, it's like, oh, do they look open-minded? Oh, they look a bit scary.
Yeah.
And then we saw those two guys, and we're like, they look open-minded, and they were just like up for a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. And they were like, oh yeah, we work with a vegan, and she's got bright coloured hair. Is her name Ash?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's cool. See, it's but you know, that's your influence too, Ash, because it might have just been like we started talking to him, and then they were like, oh, it's a sign, you know, because you'd already put in the groundwork.
Yeah.
Rusty says Ed would turn me gay. How do you feel about that? What, Ed?
Ed would turn Rusty gay.
Would Ed turn you gay?
No.
Ed Winters?
No.
No?
Don't think so.
He's a good looking guy.
I don't think I know who he is.
I think it is. What's wrong with you? I did loads of street interviews with you in Trafalgar Square.
You did, didn't you? No, he seems like a nice guy though.
It's the best. Yeah. Ash says, in terms of intersectionality, I don't know if you've talked about that because I've just joined, but what do you guys think about people saying you can't be feminist if you're not vegan. So it's the same, like we were saying earlier, that you can't be environmentalist if you're not vegan. That's another saying, is it?
I mean, yeah,
they are all linked.
That's like that would be an intersectionalist argument for a union of feminism and veganism.
Yeah.
I'd be inclined to agree, because from what I understand of feminism, they're all about the structural analysis of power. Conclusion you should come to, if you, in my opinion, if you believe that there's no natural justification of men over women in society, then why would you come to human over animals? So that when you resolve it like that, insemination of a cow becomes rape, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And theft of babies. So, and then exploitation of their bodies.
So it does seem like it would be difficult for a feminist to not be vegan.
Yeah.
So why? Or is it because they also have that like speciesism and oppressing others whilst simultaneously being oppressed? I
mean, I won't speak for them, but if it were me in that position, I mean, well, I am a feminist, but sort of created a sort of hypothetical feminist here.
Yeah. Let's call her Jane.
Jane.
Yeah.
I would imagine if she was not vegan, it would just be sort of standard carnist and cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, exactly, because I love animals and I eat them.
Yeah. So you
makes no sense.
Sort of these defense systems that you've built throughout your life, these defense mechanisms of your carnism. So from very young that that's a contradiction.
It's intersectionality.
Yes.
Because these people should all be on board.
Yes, because the logical conclusion of each position is each other position.
Yeah.
That's the thing, particularly, I would say here we've got veganism and feminism, so let's use that as an example. As for reasons we've said, you would have to be vegan if you were feminist. Well, I think the reverse is true as well.
Yeah.
You would have to, if you accept that it's okay to inflict suffering on an animal because they're not human, then saying there's not a hierarchy in existence of whether or not it's okay to cause suffering. There's not a hierarchy of yes and no in this. It becomes no. So if you get rid of that, you've done it because it is it can't justify itself. So you'd also, I think, come to see, well, natural reason to justify a imbalance in rights and power of men and women.
Yeah. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, what are people saying? Rusty, if God condones the enslavement and chaining of elephants in circuses, if God condones lighting dogs on fire for burn research, if God condones slaughtering animals down, then what does the devil do? Gary Robson.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What kind of God is that?
Yeah. Yeah. So that is essentially, a veganized version of the same.
What does the devil do? I'm going to watch that. Thanks, Rusty.
Yeah, it's kind of like a veganized version of the argument I mentioned earlier that Stephen Fry made, of things that cause terrible suffering in the world. Like his example was parasites that infest the eyes of children. Worms and that kind of. Why do they exist?
It makes it sense.
What kind of a god would create those things? Right? That's just a more sort of pure atheist argument, but it's the same thing. So why would he create animal suffering? But
you don't necessarily have to challenge someone's whole belief to get them to believe in veganism. But obviously, you get religious vegan.
That's where I struggle as a.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, but I mean, they're not mutually exclusive. It doesn't matter, really. It doesn't matter.
No.
But in terms of intersectionality, you can crack that.
Yeah.
It'd be so much easier.
Yeah.
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 It's craziness. Holly says you can't be a feminist if you're not vegan, just a speciesist.
Yeah.
Speciesist. Eggs and milk are direct byproducts of female exploitation. It's pure hypocrisy.
Yep. Agree.
Feminists who aren't vegan support the rape of women, says Hayden.
Feminists who aren't vegan support. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree.
It's horrible. Yeah. Okay, Rusty, one of you needs to make a response to roaming millennial. It's becoming a trend to do so. I second that. Roaming millennial.
I saw
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I saw someone's response to them the other day. Who was it? They made a response.
Was it Ask Yourself?
No, I've not seen one Ask Yourself did. It was. Who the fuck?
Thanks, Rusty.
Who the fuck was that?
Don't know. Can you swear on this live stream?
Oh, sorry if you can't. I think you can. I've watched the live stream. Swear.
Also, guys,
I think it was the vegan peach, and it was very calm and measured and good in her style. So.
We've got 18 viewers. 18 of you click the thumbs up button. I think it will show this to more people, and then we can have more people and more fun.
Exponential growth.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Get involved.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. So yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? It seems like you'd have to be vegan if you're feminist, therefore, and you'd have to be vegan if you're environmentalist.
Yes.
So let's join forces with these people.
Yeah, there are of course other.
Oh yeah, but roaming millennial.
Yes.
Let's check that out.
Yeah.
Would people like a response video from me? I don't really watch the sort of heavy debate vegan channels too much. You could do that. Yeah. Yeah. See, I do enjoy a response video.
Yeah, me too. I really want to do one because obviously a vegan who has fairly recently spoken about intersectionality was unnatural vegan.
Oh yeah.
Since learning more about it, I disagree with her of what intersectionality is and how it would operate, particularly the part where she said about not embracing the ideas of other people outside of intersectional spheres. I don't think there's any basis for that. There's something I don't know, but so that, in my opinion, led to a faulty assessment. So I'd make a response video to that. I'd have to be quite respectful because content and analysis.
I think she's dull.
I know you do. But
yeah. But I will check that out. Roaming millennials.
Yeah.
I'm so ill. How are you doing? You might be ill after this.
I hope not.
There's Byron Murphy said, I just had Linda McCartney sausages. What do you call them?
Lindy Max.
Lindy Max.
Lindy Max.
With onion rings and curry sauce and chips and basil and thyme.
Yes.
That sounds amazing. That sounds really nice. And Lindy Max, that they just removed honey from the barbecue pulled pork quarter pounder burgers.
Yeah.
Pulled pork. So they're now vegan. So what we say now, they bowed to the pressure of the vegan extremists.
Yeah.
So annoying, just like not wanting dead animals in our food.
Oh, that's fucking extremist.
But yeah, Byron always eats Lindy Max. That's like his thing. It's a good thing.
Lindy Max are worth it.
I think we should have some more food also.
Yeah, you
make this a bit of a mukbang.
What are these mukbangs? I've not seen. I'm not trendy enough to know.
Dan doesn't know what a mukbang is. It just means eating broadcast.
What language is that?
Is it Korean? One knows.
Yeah, that's no.
I can't tell if the broadcaster's frozen. Let me check on my phone.
It seems to be showing.
Can
it hear us? It's giving an audio bar, at least on this
end. Yeah.
Can you hear us, folks?
Right, let's see.
The picture has just gone.
Oh, okay.
So they can hear us fine. Cool.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I think it does just kill the picture.
The picture has been dropping in and out, I think.
Yeah, but I think the audio's So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see if it comes back. So can you go get me some food?
Yeah, what do you want?
Just some more salad and bulgur wheat on the plate. Thanks. I'm so demanding. All right. Oh yeah, Linda McCartney. Her only point is no one cares about vegans, though. Who are you talking about there, Hayden? I lost the plot. Carl Layers says, hello, Becca. No one calls me Becca, but hello. And Mr. Beard. So, Carl Layers, are you for or against the beard? Because we're keeping a tally chart. Should he shave it or should he keep it? Let us know. Yeah, Gary Orofsky retired, but it's just from social media. Like, he's still obviously doing stuff, but then I think he had to take a real step back because of like burnout and stuff. So you won't be seeing him on the social medias. Ash says don't watch that video unless you're prepared to feel really angry. Yeah. The roaming millennials one. Agar Queen says ask yourselves the reaction videos are so good. Yeah, good old Isaac. He reacted to roaming millennials. Okay, I'll check that out. Emma loves him. She's always watching his stuff, so she's seen it.
His reaction videos are always absolutely amazing. Like the ongoing thing between him and
Isel,
yeah.
Can you pass me
People don't know that his channel is
a balaciel. A baby seal.
A baby seal. He's the baby seal man. And they've got this ongoing back. It's quite interesting.
It's not working.
Oh, no.
But yeah, we love Isaac. Okay, Ash said my housemate's sister is a vet for farm animals and a carnist. Can anyone think of what could be happening in her brain? But I get too angry.
The absolute same cognitive dissonance that most of us had before we were vegan.
Yeah, but it is more bizarre for a vet, don't you think?
Because they're more exposed in a more direct way, yes, but I think the mind is an importantly plastic thing, and you can make it work. You can dissonance if you're getting something out of it that you get enough out of.
But specifically for farm animals. A fun fact about me is I wanted to be a vet nurse a few years ago. Like, I don't know, what was it, like 6 years ago?
Yeah.
Was it? Or was it longer than that? No, about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And like I started training and stuff. And I ate animals back then, and honestly, like, it didn't register with me. Helping, prep bunny rabbits for surgery and dogs and cats.
Yeah.
And then going and eating Scotch eggs.
Yeah.
for lunch. I get it,
Yeah.
It's really bizarre now, but I can see how people are blind to it.
Yeah.
Just keep drip feeding, Ash. Because that's what it takes for some people, isn't it? Just little by little.
Yeah. But it is worth doing.
Right. And Julian, okay, yeah. Suggest some more videos. Hayden says, "Oh my god, that kid in your Cube of Truth video is driving me crazy."
Nah.
Did you see the edit I put together for that?
No.
Oh, mate, you were in it.
Oh no, I was. I've been meaning to mirror it on my channel. I've just had a very, very busy week, so.
That kid though.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about him a bit?
He was just a troll, wasn't he?
Yeah. Oh.
He just he wanted a reaction. It was interesting because one of his friends was really interested and really into it, but he was still trying to troll. And his arguments, like, I don't know if there's any. It's just footage of you arguing I'm almost certain there will have been a circular argument in there, which is an interesting
What does that mean?
So he'll have just gone back to the same point.
Yeah, his point was you're using a camera, so you're contributing to the murder of animals.
Yeah. You'd refute that, and then he'd still go back to it.
Yeah.
Despite the reputation.
The thing is, guys, kind of a happier ending for that video is that about 10 minutes after that, I'd stopped filming. Debs, who's the lady who was with me, she was just telling him like where all the places to get vegan food are in the city. And he ended up saying to her, "Where can I get some vegan food for a homeless person?"
Really?
So I think he'd been feeling guilty about giving us such a hard time.
Right.
And me calling him a selfish beep.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, he then wanted to sort of impress us by buying some vegan food for a homeless person. Bad. He was just playing up to it.
Yeah.
Playing up to the camera. He wanted some attention.
Yeah, he was showing off.
Yeah, he was alright.
Yeah. It's just a kid show.
Yeah. Ash said, "You sound like old people." Because you said, "What are these mukbangs?"
No. Yeah.
Byron, I haven't tried the honey Linda Max. Oh, it's a burger, the pulled pork quarter pounder burger, and it used to have honey in.
Yeah.
Completely vegan, apart from it had honey in. What are they doing?
Yeah, right.
But now they've listened to our demands. So go and enjoy those.
Oh yes.
Holly, unnatural vegan, kills me with her monotone hour-long drones. Holly, I completely agree with you. I can't bear her.
I think she's awesome.
I can't bear her.
I mean, her presentation isn't as good as many vegan YouTube channels, but the content of what she's saying is always like very good.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, it's very
so dull.
It's like well researched. Like,
her face makes me want to die.
She comes to rational conclusions with it. So,
she's alright. She's vegan.
She's an ally. Yeah.
She's alright. Intersectionality.
Yeah.
Collaboration, brah.
Yeah. Is it Diego in the house? Is that what you set up?
Byron said, "I'm still waiting for corn to go vegan." Dan needs a suit in brown, says Byron.
A brown suit?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think, I could rock that. Brown suit with a green shirt, so like olive, maybe olive or light green. Like, yeah, that like as a button-up shirt with a tie. And it'd be I don't know, would I look good in a slim suit or a regular suit? You can answer that. I'm not a particularly slim person, I'm sort of average build. Average suit. Tall as well, so that might look strange and like slender man and shit. Everything's like skinny fit legs and shit.
Yeah, man. Byron said like no videos recently. I miss your cute kids. Oh, that's at Holly. Yeah. Yeah, they've been driving me insane. When did you go vegan? Oh, we went vegan the same time, didn't we? 3rd of August. 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, 2014 was that or
13?
2013, yeah.
3rd of August 2013.
Yeah.
We went vegan at the same time. I think people maybe know about when I was vegan before. I went vegan first time around when I was
veggie for the first
age 16, and then I was vegan age 16 to 18, and then I went back. I hate it. Like, so regretful, but I did. And then and then in 2012 we went vegetarian together.
Is that 2012? Are you sure? I thought it was 2013.
No. Okay. And then it was a year later that on the date that we said let's go vegan.
Yeah.
So we did that. No regrets. No regrets.
No.
Vegan for life. How about you guys? How about you, Hayden? I never liked eating animals. I was told all my life I was fussy, but I always thought it was gross. Yeah, exactly. Like, even when like, I went back to eating animals, I still found it gross. And
Yeah.
I would, when we were like carnists, I would always make you cut up
Yeah,
the
you
chicken.
couldn't handle it.
As it's grossed me out.
Yeah.
Well, how did you feel about that?
I didn't really have.
Did it gross you out at all,
feelings.
or
No, not really.
seem normal?
Yeah.
Bizarre. Yeah, so some people, it's just like those different degrees.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always found it a bit gross.
Yeah.
But then you'd probably get people who are vegan now who were the biggest meatheads then.
Yeah. I mean, I still like the smell of a lot of meat.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not all of it, but like, doesn't mean I'd eat it.
Bacon.
I never liked bacon really anyways, but like chicken, like, it doesn't mean I can't acknowledge that it's cruel and can't be resolute that I won't eat it again. You know, it's not worth the cognitive dissonance. I know too much.
That's interesting though, because for me it's like not appealing with the smell. I can't bear it.
I don't think
it's got to that level.
I don't think you were as big of a meat eater
Yeah.
as I was, full stop.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
Yeah. That's what we said before in that regard.
Interesting though.
Yeah.
Rusty said, "You don't want to be a vet. You have to put animals down on the daily. It will wreck your mind as a vegan." Because I saw a couple of animals be put down, and it is very not nice.
No.
The liquid, the lethal injection, is bright green.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess it has to be so it doesn't get
accidentally mixed in with. Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Like, it's possibly green dye because if they put it into some kind of anaesthetic for an operation or something.
Imagine that. Yeah, that'd be horrible. I think the picture's gone, but I think it's just kind of bad picture. The kid in the Cube of Truth video was the same as us. To us, it was like saying, "Let's live on vegan or raw or fruitarian." We would have pissed ourselves laughing. You shouldn't have sworn at him. I didn't actually say you're a selfish bastard. I said, "Are you a selfish bastard?" And I said it like with a little laugh in my voice, and then he went, "Yeah, that's exactly what I am." So it was still banned. Like, I wouldn't usually just swear at someone like that. No. It was because our whole conversation was like cheeky, and he was just saying anything to get a reaction. That's why I said that. But Tim, are you a selfish? And he said, yeah. So but yeah, then he went and bought some food for a homeless person, so he was all right. Yeah, so many new corn products have come out recently. That's cool. If your camera did cause some harm, it would still be justified. It is a perfect example of justified harm. When you consider the animals you save through your activism, that should be obvious. Kind of like using it as a tool, a necessary tool. And it's what's practicable.
Let's have me read.
I'm still eating.
Yeah, sure. This. Steady. Oh, right. I said a brown suit because Dan reminds me of Joe Wilkinson of 8 out of 10 Cats.
Oh, right.
Who is that one? Yeah. Smells. I may have missed those.
No.
No. We're there, are we? Okay. In doing so, you swore at the young you. In doing so, you swore at the young you that created the present you. What do you have to say to that?
What? I've already spoken about it, really.
Just go to
You're right.
There's loads of vegan corn. There's vegan corn in Sainsbury's, apparently. I have to check that out.
What have they got now? They've got the nuggets,
Yeah.
pieces, spicy burgers. Is there something else?
Not that I can think of. Tesco has a huge range of vegan cheeses. This is true.
Yeah, it's great.
Yep, Sainsbury's. Yes, Hayden Cooper. Sainsbury's is usually very good vegan stuff. This is true. Hates Tesco's own brand vegan cheese though. It's grim. Tesco's own brand. That's not scary.
Tesco's own brand one.
Yeah.
What do they have? Like a cheddar style?
I've never had it.
There's one that I agree.
Buy BioLife there.
Yeah, I think it is Tesco, and I agree. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let Tesco do BioLife.
That's cool.
Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Tesco has a huge range of vegan cheeses. Yeah. I hate Tesco's own brand vegan cheese though. It's fucking disgusting and tastes like toenails. I'll steer clear of that then.
That's the one we were just saying about. I think it is Tesco. Yeah.
Yeah. Ash watched 10 seconds of the Guide from Cube Truth video, and she legit wants to punch him. Say they found peace in veganism. Oh yeah, I'm just angry with people 24/7.
Yeah. That happens. I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it? Because you do just want to shake people and say it's so obvious. Yeah. What are you doing? But I don't think. I think the love approach is better.
Yeah.
The education approach, non-judgmental, shame tactics.
I don't know. Like, I think.
Is there a place for it?
It's a hard one to say because I don't think. I mean, in a sense, maybe you're like widening the sort of cognitive dissonance, but I don't think you're going to immediately shame someone into changing their perspective like that. But maybe the love approach, I feel, would be better for that because it's, you can show people what they can be and what they can do. And, yeah.
If someone's being shamed, they're going to be on the defensive, and they're going to feel bad, and they're going to from the person who's shaming them.
Yeah, I mean, what feels to me more, you don't get that right yet, or I think you've got potential.
Yeah, exactly.
You're saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you warm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, where were we? Hayden thinks that BioLife is the only one. It's the only one he can stand, but even that's disgusting.
Even BioLife is disgusting. What about thyme cheese? I've never met someone who says they don't like thyme cheese.
Yeah.
Have you tried that one? Expensive.
Right.
But it's meant to be the bomb.
Right.
They sell it in Tokyo.
Okay.
Check that out next time you're in town.
Right. Hayden Cooper, all I know is I went vegan sometime in October 2016, but I don't know the day.
Nice one. What are you going to do on your vegan anniversary? Yeah. And he went vegetarian the month before. Yeah, a lot of people take that step, don't they? Vegetarian.
Yeah.
Rusty says, I wish I was a vegan baby. Yeah. It's so interesting now that we're going to have like vegan kids grow up. You know, because it's kind of rare even now to find people who are vegetarian from birth. Yeah. Like who are sort of our age and older. So like I know a couple. Do you? Yeah. I know only a couple of people would be vegetarian since birth. Let alone vegan from birth. But now we're going to have vegan kids growing up, like Jojo, you know. Although he wasn't actually from birth, but pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be so interesting, and like, how will they view it as differently? Because it will be just natural to them. Yeah. It's what they've always known. Actually, do they resonate with it as much because they haven't had to choose it for themselves? Do you think? Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. It reminds me, who here played Skyrim? It reminds me of the bit.
Spoiler alert, but I mean, come on, it came out in 2012.
Yeah.
If you're not worried about it. You go up to the mountain and the dragons are evil in this game. Parthenax, turns out he's the leader of the Greybeards, who are sort of a religious order who, in part, are sort of opposed to the dragons destroying the world.
Yeah.
When you ask him about that, he's a dragon, he's done evil things. He says, "Is it not better to have been evil?" Bad butchering this quote. Is it not better to have been evil and seen the error of your ways and changed than to have simply been born good? Yeah,
it's strong.
It's more of a change and it's more of a growth. Yeah.
Do you think there'll be a bit of resentment from like hardcore, like old school vegan activists? We had to fight for this. And you've just been born into a vegan utopia.
I mean, I can see it.
A bit of resentment there.
I don't know. Maybe it'll go from person to person.
Maybe. We got trolled all the time, and people saying bacon there and laughing at us and saying we're like weakling pussy guys.
I can see it, but I can see it being the other way around. I can see like sort of vegans of the past, when it is vegans of the future when it is much more mainstream.
Yeah.
Will some like, wow, they were like pioneers.
Oh yeah, that's
they'll see us how we look back on like Bohemian artists.
Yeah,
Germany,
that's a better, more immense.
Yeah, like French, French artists and that kind of thing. I think to an extent.
The vegan revolution.
Yeah.
That was meant to be a French.
That'll be it. Yeah, like we'll be like the sort of the peasants in the French Revolution.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, look at these, and more so though people who were doing this shit like 30 plus years ago as well. Like,
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
Like, really. Like,
yeah, the ALF, etc.
Yeah.
But we're all doing our thing.
It's so much easier now.
Yeah. What are we eating?
What did we eat?
We finished.
Yeah, we finished. It was rice with.
It was bulgur wheat. Bulgur wheat with some lemon juice and herbs and spices.
Yep.
I did mango and lime tofu.
Yep.
Old salad.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the health kick.
I liked it. Yeah. Tofu man.
Yeah, really good. Holly said, first time I cut up a chicken breast, I put 3/4 of it to the side for the bin. It was all veiny and gross.
Oh, okay.
The person I was cooking it for came in and said, no, it's all fine, and put it in to cook. After it had been in the bin. Oh no, after it had just been to the side.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, do you know what? I specifically remember the last piece of chicken I ate had like gristle in it.
Yeah.
And that's what really put me off.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's minging, isn't it? It's rank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes me laugh when people say I'm forcing veganism on my kids. The thing is, like, they're like, oh, kids should have a choice. And I agree, kids should have a choice. So why not make the default veganism?
Yeah.
Make the default the kind choice, and then they can choose to not be kind, or they can continue to stay kind.
Fuck them up less in the future, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like that's. I honestly think that's psychologically must be like scarring when you figure that out.
I know.
Like shit.
Like, I feel it.
I love animals, but I'm eating animals.
I feel really like betrayed.
Yeah.
Not like super betrayed, because my parents didn't really understand about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not their fault, because no one knew about it.
What do people?
I take that back.
So I've just had an analogy in my head pop into my head. Take a child, say, born to a heroin addict who abused heroin whilst pregnant with a child.
Yeah.
That child is addicted to heroin.
Does that happen?
I believe it can happen. Yes, you can become addicted to in the womb.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, would it be a similar mindset for that? As that child grew up addicted to heroin.
So, if the pregnant mother ate animals, is she setting her child up?
What I'm saying is it
taste for meat?
Yeah. Is it a fair analogy to be a vegan who's, or some possibly a carnist who wants to go vegan, but has the typical, oh, I couldn't give up cheese.
Yeah.
Because they'd been raised with it. They haven't had the choice not to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And they see that it's damaged their health through the years.
Programming of children is so powerful.
Yeah, possibly damaged mental health as well. I mean, I can see a mechanism for how that would damage mental health.
Definitely.
So,
especially if you're like a highly sensitive person. I bet like some kids are really traumatized when they find out they've been eating animals.
yeah. Sure,
Do you know what's sick? Is those crossing days in not zoos, farms.
Farms, yeah.
Go pet the sheep and go hold the little chickadee.
Yeah, go pet
and
cow.
Feed the milk to the lambs.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, go straight that cow.
And like farms have open days for that.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, hang on a minute, we'll have the animals afterwards.
Yeah.
It's I remember doing that as a kid. Do you? Like we've got photographs of me and my sister holding the chickadees.
Yeah.
Holding little ducklings.
It's psychotic, isn't it?
You just like you literally don't connect it with food.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Byron said, I used to eat 3 double cheeseburgers from McDonald's 4 to 5 times a week.
Whoa.
Now I haven't had a cheeseburger for 4 years.
Nice.
Imagine that.
Man.
Awesome. Bacon XL double cheeses from Burger King.
Like,
and they'd be like dripping with grease.
Like more than 1,000 calories in one of them as well.
Do you know what? Even when I ate meat, a step too far.
I loved them, but like I sort of gave it up, like, you know, as a carnivore within carnism.
Just because of the health.
Yeah, just because I was like, this is like 1,000 calories a burger, like this is.
And we'd always get those sugar crashes. We used to go and get a Burger King for lunch.
Grumpy 20 minutes later.
20 minutes after we had such a sugar crash, just like these really slumpy and want to go home.
Do you eat much as a vegan that causes you to feel
like
that? I can be too full. Like I can feel like
food
if I've eaten too much, but I never get this
like that.
Like I mean, maybe like if I drank enough Coke or something.
Yeah, but like not from like Whole Foods,
like
is what you're saying.
Like,
proper vegan milk.
I can't remember last vegan meal I ate that caused you to, you know, crash out and really, you know, get grumpy.
Oh yeah, exactly. So that just shows this. I mean, well, maybe with vegan junk food a bit more.
Yeah.
But on the whole, you're more likely to get a meal that makes you feel like satiated and stuff.
But it was only really like tarnished junk food that did that to me. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Way as that. I really did feel exhausted.
Like,
sort of 20 minutes, half an hour later.
It's rough.
Then you're still out. Like you've gone there because like you're in the city shopping or whatever it might be, and then you're exhausted, but you're not done enough. How am I so tired? Like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Holly says Tesco's creamy mango yogurts are vegan.
Oh.
Do you like yogurt? I'm not that big of a fan.
Take it or leave it most of the time. Like
yogurt, like a health food. Like people on diets always seem to be eating yogurt.
Dairy propaganda.
Is it?
Yeah, because I mean, I suppose milk is treated as like an essentialist type of thing. Like, you need milk. Oh, it's a food group. It's, you know. Cheese is, I think, seen as more of an indulgence. You know, we get posh cheeses and stuff, camembert and that. I guess like the way to market yogurt is a different one. It was this is a bit more trendy. This is if you're like actually probably serious about your health. You know, say you're an athlete or you're a model or something. Now you eat yogurt. Yogurt. Don't you?
It's gross.
Like, yeah.
I never used to feel full up after yogurt.
Fucking rotting milk. Like, what that is. Like, it's so screwed up.
But the thing is, I'd have one yogurt, but I'd still be hungry.
Yeah.
They did. How many calories are in a yogurt? I don't know. You're so sweary right now.
Sorry.
I just don't want. I don't want the tubes to be taken down.
I don't think they are. Like, I've seen.
I've not monetized this, so.
If it's not monetized, then I've seen channels where people swear loads. Have it monetized.
I don't care about the swearing. I just didn't know if it was a rule on here.
I would say as well, like the way YouTube is at the minute, consider setting up your platform somewhere else if you have to, like Dailymotion or something. I don't know where people going. I feel we're about due a YouTube exodus on the corporate crackdown on advertising, monetization, demonetization.
Agar Queen said, a really good one to watch in order to understand non-vegans better is Dr. Melanie Joy's Psychology of Eating Meat and James S.B. We saw Dr. Melanie Joy, didn't we? At Veggie World a couple of weekends back.
Yeah.
Very inspiring.
To watch Dr. Melanie Joy's The Psychology of Eating Meat.
It's really meta-textual now.
Huh?
It's really meta. Yeah. Meta-textual. I don't know why the picture's gone, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, the sound's still there. Okay. Sound so sick right now. Hopefully the picture will come back. Would you lie in your interviews for more effective activism, says Julian?
In street interviews?
Yeah. Is there ever a need to embellish veganism?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that there's a necessity to do it. Like, what are you trying to lie about? What's so necessary that you can't just be honest? If you're talking about veganism is, inherently morally, logically consistent.
Yeah, it's watertight.
It's watertight as an argument. I don't understand, if you're not going on some weird tangent and you are actually talking about veganism, I don't see why you need to embellish.
Yeah, I just thought of one case where you might lie is to be relatable to people.
Oh.
So, for example, like I've known.
Hey there, kids.
What? No, for example, I've known mates who are vegetarian, like brought up vegetarian.
Yeah.
But in a street interview, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm like you. I used to love eating bacon," like just to relate to that person. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay because you just truthful. It's not very honest, I guess. But I don't think it's a harmful lie.
No.
Because you just want to get on the same level as that person and empathize with that person. So
yeah,
I think it's a good thing. The person you're talking to in a street interview, you need to like have a good connection with them.
Yeah.
So that they trust what you're saying and actually listen to you.
Yeah, I'm not recording.
You enjoy them, though.
I do enjoy them.
Yeah. I'll be doing some more soon. Okay. Hayden says, can't wait for a few years when future generations look back at the actions of people today and can't believe how evil we were. Yeah, exactly. There'll probably be like museums and stuff like in the film Carnage that just came out happening, like pictures from the Save movement, like pictures of us at slaughterhouse demos and stuff. There'll be in archives, maybe. How exciting! Yeah, a vegan future would be amazing. Holly, my 2-year-old is vegan from birth and pregnant with a vegan from conception baby. Yeah, nice. That's awesome. Is it offensive to compare animal agriculture to the Holocaust and slavery? This is what we were talking about earlier, Hayden, with like intersectionality. And the word Holocaust, I did have it written down somewhere. When it's called the Holocaust, it is referring to the Jewish Holocaust, but just the word Holocaust in itself, I think it doesn't actually it just means like a mass killing, maybe a mass ongoing killing. So it is correct to use the term Holocaust. But yeah, like semantics are pretty important, I think. Here we go. Holocaust, destruction or slaughter on a mass scale. So that's all it means. So it doesn't actually mention humans or non-human animals. I've got massacre, an indiscriminate and brutal slaughter of many people. So that's specifically people. But Holocaust just says destruction or slaughter on a mass scale. So yeah, I think as long as you're not offending, hopefully, the person you're talking to about it, it is fine to draw those parallels to human oppression to try and get across the vegan point. So yeah. Okay, Byron Murphy. Nina and Randa, they are teen vegan twins and are vegan from birth, as is the children of Ellen Fisher and the channel Raw Nourishment. Yeah, there's loads of vegan kids now. That's so cool. Yeah, Carl Ayers, this really bugs me as well. Where is it? I'd like companies to stop putting vegetarian and vegan, suitable for vegetarians and vegans. It's just it's prolonging confusion over veganism. If it's vegan, it's vegan. It's redundant to say it's vegetarianism. Oh yeah, you put it there. Yeah. Holocaust, slaughter on a mass scale. Oh yeah, Ash says we're kind of behind. I think we're about 10 minutes behind in the comments. Okay. Adam Scott's in the room. Hello.
Hello, Adam Scott.
Sort of skim through the comments so we don't get too far behind. Yeah. Joy. She's great, isn't it? Isn't she?
Yeah, I think she's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Adam used to constantly eat the double waffles with cheese.
Nah.
How did you feel afterwards? I love Bourneville choc. I haven't had that in ages.
Bourneville choc.
Bourneville, yeah.
Is that vegan?
Yeah, it's the red packaging one. Don't get me started. That was Hayden.
No.
Too much sugar in alcohol yogurts. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, did anyone take part in International Earthlings experience today? Like what cities? Quite a lot. We didn't have one here in Norwich, did we?
Which is interesting because we did have a Cuban trip last week.
Yeah, I think it's because we had
which I will mirror on my channel.
Yeah.
Likes and subscriptions. You should use a Bugzilla. That's
subscribe to Dan Pawsey's channel.
So that's
if you're new here.
Bugzilla.
B-U-G. Is this actually backwards when it comes up on their screen?
I'll have a look.
B-U-G-Z-I-L-L-A-H. On my phone as well.
No, it's the right way around on it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, how bizarre is that? I've been saying all the time it's backwards.
So you understand that? Yeah, it looks like it's backwards.
That's Dan's channel, Bugzilla.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But yeah, it's
like and subscribe.
People. Oh, it's because in Norwich we had a festival going on today already, which was kind of to do with veganism.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's why because some of the people who would usually be doing outreach, they were in that festival, and so we had quite a lot going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, like who else took part in Earthlings experience today?
Yeah.
A big one in Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, Byron said soon the population will peak at 10 billion with almost no birth or death, and then the mix will slip off the end and the clean are born to the beginning until all are vegan. Byron's so intelligent.
Yeah.
Byron's always got something good to say. By the way, everybody, I blocked Fish Food 500, my resident troll, my YouTube channel, because and I believe in freedom of speech and that. And sometimes I did have a bit of banter with them. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'll give them a chance, but then it's just relentless now. Every single video, they're just talking nonsense.
Yeah.
And just being mean and just annoying other people in the comment section.
Yeah.
So he's blocked for now, he or she. You always assume trolls are men, don't you?
Yeah.
That's sexist.
I was just thinking, maybe there's like, because them is a strange word for that. It sounds horrible. Maybe we could use because I mean we're from Norfolk, so we call it.
We're not from Norfolk.
Well, no, but
from Essex, mate.
Oh yeah. Partly.
Yeah. You live in Norwich.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you think I was right to ban Fish Food? I've just blocked him, so I blocked him.
Blocked him.
I'll probably unblock him. when I've put them in the naughty corner for them.
Yeah, I've got them in the naughty corner and leave them there.
So they've learned their lesson.
Yeah.
Okay, Hayden. Is it moral to donate to charities like cancer research when they test on animals? Is it moral?
So it's an interesting one. I mean, I wouldn't because it is directly funding it personally, but I have known of researchers, pharmaceutical workers, and that kind of thing, who, you know, resent the need to use animals, and that it's actually still a thing imposed by law, but many of these organisations feel that there are better methods available, but they have to spend money on this anyway. I don't know. This is something I've heard, so please take it with a pinch of salt.
Okay.
So I should have said that before.
I don't like to do it.
Yeah.
Full stop.
To give them, yeah, no, I mean, I don't, yeah.
And I've had a couple of kind of awkward interactions at work where people have been doing a sponsored something,
same,
and have asked around the office for donations, and I've had to say, and seem like a bitch.
I've had to ask before for like charity things at work, like, where's the money going
to? It's awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I carry around a little, I've got an animal aid thing that says a list of charities that don't do tests. And so what I try to do in those circumstances is suggest one that doesn't test, but it's for the same cause. I
guess as a carnist, I never used to think of that kind of thing, although we should have been because of like County 2012. Oh, did you hear about that? It was I can't fully remember the specifics, but it was a activity, a campaign to raise funds relating to, I think it was some kind of like, you know, helping people who have been caused to suffer by an African disease called coma. I don't know what part of Africa, or even if it was Africa, but it turned out to basically a huge scam, like people just being ripped off of their donations.
Oh, I see.
Well, obviously, I really can't remember the specifics clearly. Maybe if someone knows about it, they can clear that up in the comments.
Yeah. But, interesting. Yeah, I mean, or just so yeah, it can be difficult if you have to decline giving someone money for charity, especially if it's at work or something. Yeah. But then just try, and it's so hard though to not sound like really judgmental when you're saying it. It's like, oh, I'd rather not. Oh, why? Oh, because they test on animals, and then the media is like, you're implying that they're a horrible person. Yeah. They didn't know.
It makes me feel like it makes me worried that I'm putting across this sort of stereotype of vegans being, you know, holier than thou, and you know, there's loads of barriers to it, so it's really hard. You know,
that's the point.
And that's not what I knew. So I always sort of cringe a bit at these things because of that. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to, you know, away again.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But it is what it is. If you're morally against it, you have to be consistent. Really, don't you?
Yeah.
It's tricky. Yeah. People are talking. Oh, I see. Yeah. All right. Carlos, how many of you guys are going to the vegan camp out?
Yeah.
Me. I'm going.
Got my tickets sorted.
Yeah. Do you know what? I really regret not going to the one last year. There was actually a space in the car for me to go with Jamal.
Yeah.
And I turned it down. I wasn't feeling very well, like I was in a bad place. But but I've just heard of such good things about it. You didn't go either, did you?
No, I was in London that day.
Yeah. For this year's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Who else is going? Let's have fun. But like Paul and Jem should be going as well. Like I keep hassling them to get their tickets sorted. So yeah, hopefully. And Emma's going. And Michael's going. Michael Goodchild. Yeah, it should be a good time. All right. Yeah, Carnage is better than Cowspiracy. Things combined.
Oh, I was so
you
late
saw
to the
it.
party with
Dan finally saw Carnage.
I finally watched it like 2 days ago.
It's great. I want to watch it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
It was interesting because for some reason I imagined that it was more of a comedy than it was, and it maybe would involve like more mocking of vegans. But
Oh yeah. Nah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, amazing how the words put across those. What you call that? It's impressive.
Shaman Jason's in the house. Hello. Shaman Jason.
Who's Shaman Jason? I don't know all the people yet. Hello, Shaman Jason. Jason? Where are we?
Shaman Jason. Shaman Jason.
Shaman Jason.
I never know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry.
Shaman Jason.
It probably is to rhyme. Shaman.
Imagining Shaman Jason. Shamaning.
How much shamaning have you been doing today?
Shamaning or shamanizing?
This got weird.
It's like
Hayden says, "I wish people would."
Womaning or womanizing.
What? Oh, that was loud.
I've gone off track.
That was in my ear.
Sorry, folks.
I wish people would keep doing the Earthlings experience. Is it dying out?
Is it?
Has Cube of Truth taken over? The thing with Earthlings is, it's quite old now. What is it, 10, 11 years old?
Yeah.
It's mostly from the US or all from the US?
Yeah. Whereas Cube of Truth is Exposed 2016.
Exposed 2016 is so invaluable.
Yeah, because it is UK accredited farms
Chris
and
Hines
slaughterhouses.
is my BFF.
Yeah, I've never met him.
What?
I know.
He's so on it. He's the best. He's the best one.
I need to watch him.
And he works so hard.
I've heard his name several times.
Yeah. So yeah, 2016 Exposed is more powerful than Earthlings in my experience.
I think Earthlings. The thing about it is traditionally. I mean, I've never watched Earthlings. Because by the time I learned,
it does cover a lot of things though.
Yeah, but by the time I learned of its existence, I was already vegan.
Oh right, yeah.
I've heard that it's actually potentially psychologically quite destructive.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
I don't need to. Like for the same reason, maybe this is a little bit controversial, but I won't be going back to another save. There's a save video on my channel, a YouTube user, Godzilla, spelled like that. Wouldn't go back to one of them because it was, it was quite hard. I did go there in part to film it to sort of document what they're like, what they're involved in,
so
why it's happening, and to see how I felt as well while I was there. But now I've got those things, and I know a lot of people who go to saves. Well, some people I've spoken to who go to saves have told me they do it to reaffirm their vegan position, but I don't know if it's necessary for us to do that. Like, are they worried like they might slip back into carnism?
Yeah, some people are scared of that.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Because of the social pressures.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, we're quite sort of privileged in a sense that we live in a community with a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's almost no danger. Like I've been thinking to myself, like, the slight tangent. I need to get a vegan tattoo because if ever I move out of marriage, which I don't plan to do, because it is like an amazing vegan community. Really. Yeah. But I'll have this thing about being vegan like written in my arm, and then if ever I'm gonna have a weak moment and just slip back into carnism, I'll be like, "Whoa, I look pretty silly with that one."
That's crazy.
Like, yeah.
Vegan tattoo question mark.
So it's almost a vegan brand.
That's really cool. Yeah. But also worrying.
Well, I don't think I would, but it'd be like a sort of insurance policy against carnism.
That's such a good sentence. What was it?
An insurance
policy
against carnism. Yeah, in fact, you know what? That'll be my next tattoo.
Whoa, you heard it here first, everybody.
I'm gonna get that soon.
What can you suggest for Dan's vegan tattoo?
A vegan tattoo. What design?
Do you know what? Just get the words insurance policy against carnism.
That'd be good. Yeah, just on the chest. Or if it's a design, if anyone has an idea for design, that's the only other tattoo I have. I'd like
it to closer to the.
I'd like it to work with it.
You got some cogs and some leaves. Yeah,
bramble leaves. So if I could get something that worked with that rather than being totally different to it, sort of make that steampunk kind of vibe.
Steampunk vegan.
Like with the cogs.
That'd be a good YouTube name. Steampunk vegan.
Yeah, I'm not steampunk really though. I don't. That's really my thing. It's cool. I really like it.
Maybe there is one.
Yeah.
If there is,
it wouldn't
I'll subscribe.
surprise me. Yeah.
All right, let's not get too far behind.
With the real steampunk vegan, please stand up.
Yeah, look, Hayden Cooper. I'm way too nervous to do activism because I'm the only vegan I know. So that's what we were just talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, exactly.
All I've done is activism.
It's so easy for us to rock up to things in Norwich.
Yeah, we just
like
because we know everyone's got our back.
Like for me, like yeah, that's it. We're such a community, and for me, I was able to just like it was happening, and I just rocked up to it, and I knew it, you know.
Imagine that.
A non-mask on.
Yeah. If you were
thing
one
in hand
person
and having conversations with public.
A one person keep a truth. Can you imagine it?
Yeah, terrifying.
It would be so bad.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so easy for us to just kind of slip into like activist situations around it because we're a big community.
Imagine the McDonald's talking last year.
Yeah, yeah.
We had like 40 vegans.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why it was such a big impact. So good on you, Hayden.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Activism is fine.
Bear in mind,
do whatever you can.
Activism is a lot in your case because you don't have the sort of sadly a close like IRL community like that.
Yeah.
Which is I think so important. And do you know what I would say to you actually? The best form of activism you could do is to do what Penny did around here and form a vegan society of some sort. Like, you know, go into your village or your local town. Because you'll find that everywhere they're all isolated. And, you know, we still get people coming to the Norwich vegans now, like drifting out. They just didn't know yet that it was a thing, or they've moved here recently, started uni or something. Exactly. And it brings them all together. Like, you know, you get this community solidarity. What you'll end up doing is like drawing in, making a bigger presence. And what's happened in Norwich since our founder made the Norwich Vegan Meetup group is that
All hail Penny.
All hail Penny, yeah. Is lots of businesses, lots of vegan only, like not as in like some, you know, segregate kind of stuff, but they only sell vegan products. Have opened up in Norwich. Not
to brag, but we've only got another 2 opening up next month.
Yeah.
Another 2 vegan businesses that to add to.
Yeah, we are becoming
Come join us, please.
a vegan hub. And that's all. I would say that in a lot of ways, like maybe not like all, but a lot of that is down to Penny.
Oh, like, absolutely, demand and supply.
Yeah. So
just helping people connect.
She has made a historic mark on that city.
She had to take a step back.
She did, yeah. She was starting to.
We've got a bit too much. But so any activism, Hayden, like honestly, you're doing good stuff. Just do what you're comfortable with. Rusty Richardson said Fish Food 500 was the guy in the video. Imagine that.
Fish Food.
Imagine that if Fish Food was that kid.
Ah, yeah, that'd be amazing.
That'd actually be amazing. What I'd like is just, you know how there are so many Anon people online.
Yeah.
And ones that pop up, like regular ones that, oh, this guy again. Not necessarily even trolls, there's like Anon vegan accounts too.
Yeah.
Just one day, it'd be hilarious just to like, they all got revealed. And you'd just be like, what? I've been talking to you all this time.
Yeah,
How weird would that be?
Oh, that sounds like a Black Mirror episode.
It does, when you discover who all the Anons are.
Yeah.
Alright, how old are you two, says Holly?
29 next week.
I thought you were 29.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, because it is your birthday coming up. No, only because it is in May, and I thought, yeah, you're going 29 in May.
Yep.
So you're 28.
Yep.
I'm 28.
Yeah.
And Ash said Dan is mentally like 60. That's the one.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
that? Is it Ash? Is it a compliment or an insult? You tell me. Tell me how to feel about that.
Julian W says, do you think the vegan movement will get violent trying to save animals? Ooh. Is that the way though?
Depends on the situation. I mean, sometimes, and don't take this as an endorsement or a disendorsement, but sometimes if certainly if there's an oppressed group, and I know that, you know, we're not the oppressed group as vegans, we're raising awareness of it, but there are instances in history where oppressed groups will say riot or, you know, start a revolution.
Just to get heard.
Because the system is not listening to them. You know, you can vote all you like in some instances and it won't make a difference. What are the recourse if somebody, you know, if it's death themselves or, you know, systemic extermination, ethnic cleansing, something of that nature? What other recourse do they have? They need to
fight fire with fire.
They have to rise up or they'll be destroyed in that case.
Did any like a revolution that has not resorted to violence at some stage?
It depends on your definition of revolution.
Well, revolution is got two meanings, hasn't it?
Because I mean,
one is like full circle,
yeah,
and the other is like to bring about mass change.
Again, it depends on like what you include. I mean, obviously, there are things that are called revolutions, like the sexual revolution.
Sexual. Oh, I thought you said sexual, like
no.
intersectional.
No,
sexual revolution.
Yeah, in the 60s, where about 50s.
Was that a revolution?
Was referred to as the sexual revolution.
I didn't know that.
Where birth control became a thing at that point in history and stuff like that.
So yeah, revolutionary like that.
Yeah, but I think that means more in terms of innovation, innovating new ways. In terms of like a political revolution to bring about, to stop oppression. Like, any examples that have not been sort of violent revolutions, but please enlighten me in the comments if there are any.
Yeah.
And I won't. I'm talking about revolutions of the oppressed. Against them. I'm not talking like military coups and stuff like that, because I think that's replacing one bourgeois class with another.
Bourgeois.
Yeah. That's the military becoming bourgeois class.
Does the word revolution have violent connotations in itself?
No, but do you know what's something that frightens me about it?
What?
It has connotations of endlessness. Revolution, it revolves, it goes round and round and round.
An unbroken circle.
Yeah. Been revolutions throughout history.
I think it's meant to be like it's done a 360.
Yeah.
But you're saying it could mean it goes on forever.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I hope not. I mean, this is like me talking, obviously, but like I hope, and I am living my life as if we can move towards, better justice, better quality.
Yeah. Revolution can be a state of mind.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's possible. Maybe it's whether it's happened or not. That doesn't mean it couldn't happen. Like maybe just there's differences in society today that allow us to just, I guess like the sort of image of veganism being like trendy and that could bring about. Yeah. Very much as in Carnage. Yeah. It did.
Talking of Carnage, Byron said, "F me, Dan finally watched Carnage."
I know, right?
It's subtle enough to indoctrinate the masses. Cowspiracy and Earthlings are a bit too harsh and too fact-based for the masses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's relatable, isn't it? It just takes the piss enough to get Carnists on board, but not to alienate vegans.
And I don't think it alienates Carnists either.
I need the toilet, so I'll be.
I found it a lot like in Star Trek, a post-money economy throughout like most of the Federation. It was presenting sort of a kind of sci-fi world, but where we've got this utopian future, this good future that involves it's not exploiting animals, which is interesting because a lot of people, I think, view money. That's the saying that money is the root of all evil. So we as a society, we seem to put in at least that way carnism on that level of it's an evil that we do it anyway. But where are we with the comments? Where are we? It's possible I've missed those because Red was reading. Ash, what are these mukbangs? From my understanding, it's where people film themselves eating and talking about what they're eating as like a live broadcast. Find vegans in your vicinity. They're really there. Maybe your city's Facebook group. Yep, yeah. When a large amount of the population are vegan, it will, I think. I'm not sure to what referring. But okay. Charity. Holly says charity is sick. It plays on people's emotions. Just look at with the people that run and pay themselves. Shake my head. Yeah. I mean, I used to work for a few charities. I mean, I was a for them way back when, and we learned of some of the things, like even at our level, like certain charity aid, obscene amounts of money, and it all comes from donations. So it's like there are definitely flaws inherent. I mean, in a sense, I think having charities is indicative of what's wrong with our society. The fact that we need charities to help people in other parts of the world, says to me that there's something wrong, that self isn't managing, and people as independent almost, have to give their money independently. Is that solving the problem? So is it really like, is government as we understand it really there for the public good? I mean, I'm talking here from a country that's still a monarchy. Bear in mind, there's an actual class system in British society, very entrenched, and it's in day-to-day life not so much, but there's definitely historical precedent of peasant. This. Yeah.
I've not heard of
that. What was I talking
about? I don't know.
Like the history, like the Magna Carta, for example, refers to all free men. By free, it means not serfs as well. It means noblemen, basically. This wasn't written.
Not serfs.
Yes. So a serf is another word for peasant. Serfdom is the socio-economic model, that has peasants and knights and as landlords.
Yeah.
You're living out your life on their land, keeping a portion of it, but we're giving it the rest to them. Oppression. It's enslavement of your own people. But we are essentially in my view, still a society that works that way. We still have a Tory party in power, and the last Labour government was doing it as well, who would donate massively to accept massive donations from corporate organisations, and so would pass laws that allow them to do things that would not prosecute them. Big, as a simplified example, for the financial crash, or real estate speculators. Kind of thing. Did allow for MPs' pay to rise whilst NHS pay was frozen, which in real terms with inflation means a wage cut. Most people have gone through some kind of real terms wage cut in the last 10 years in Britain, I think. Certainly most people of my generation, I would say, have. Why? So what I'm saying is, I think there's a false assumption of that we could that we have been set up that way. I think the system itself needs changing. I think we can't. I forget what this is a tangent. I've been sort of soliloquizing for ages now.
Dan always talks like this, and it just goes over my head. The words sound amazing, but it makes no sense to me. I'm sorry.
Anyway, I was answering a question. I can get it as a reference.
Also, just before I forget, it is Shaman Jason.
Shaman Jason.
As in the use and exploration of psychedelics.
Okay, cool.
Shaman,
I get it. Dan, you don't need to paint yourself with vegan words. You can just use your mouth to speak. Someone else once said tattoos are for mutes. I like tattoos. I wouldn't agree with that. Byron, I wouldn't agree with that. I think you can use tattoos to express yourself, and you can use your mouth for it.
Controversial.
Ashmore, right? We're way far ahead.
No,
yeah, we are.
We're not. I just went through. I had to skip some of them because we were getting too far behind. But just when people are talking amongst themselves.
All right. Okay.
I think Ash was saying about at tattoo parlors sometimes the trace of whoever they use isn't vegan because there's beeswax.
Yeah. I mean, I did.
That's one to look out for.
I did confirm with mine. I mean, I was vegan when I got tattooed.
Yeah, I've got some non-vegan tattoos and some vegan tattoos just because I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
But then once I knew that some tattoos were not vegan.
When you got them.
Some of them, yeah. What are you gonna do though? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But would you say it's kind of difficult to find places that use vegan ink?
At least 2, possibly 3 in Norwich, and these are sort of if we've got it.
And would you draw the line at them using? Would you bring your own?
I'd bring my own.
Maybe you can get that online or something.
Yeah.
That's something else to consider, isn't it?
Yeah, if I could get hold of that. I'm sure you can. Like, I don't know why you'd need a like. I can see like there being some kind of licensing around buying tattoo guns, but not tracing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we were up to date.
Okay.
Yeah, the tracing paper. Holly says, I'm the only vegan I know too, apart from my husband. But he is always working and we don't got no babysitter.
I know.
It must be real tough.
Yeah.
I think we kind of we're spoiled here.
Yeah, we're spoiled.
Overrun with vegans, goddamn.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah.
But that's why it's important to talk to people online as well.
We are a town with 2 universities as well, which I think has helped that.
Good point. Yeah.
Sort of, quite a wide cultural exposure.
To Guildford.
Yeah.
A few months back, and I think I told you about it. I met up with Monica Lilly. She's that activist who's really trying to get veganism into schools.
Okay. Oh,
she's
wow.
Been arrested. She's been to jail for it.
Really?
Did I tell you about it?
No, I don't know this person.
It was in January.
Okay.
She's great. She's really hardcore vegan in her 60s.
Wow.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sorry, you told me about meeting her, did you?
Yeah, because I went and helped her with her school protest back in January.
Yeah.
Like, she's so lovely, but she's basically on her own out there. Well, she was. Like, she didn't know any other vegans apart from the kids.
Yeah.
And she's just out there doing it all on her own, like going for it. And then it really warmed my heart the other week. I saw on Facebook, now there's like a Guildford Animal Save.
Yeah.
And it's like they're actually like all coming together, because obviously there were more vegans, but she just didn't know.
Yeah.
And now there's a couple of that Guildford community going on.
Yeah.
And she was actually at one of the saves, and there was a photo of her on Facebook. I was like, oh, Monica. It was just like, she must be so happy, like she's with other vegans now. That's
how these communities grow. That's how vegan
communities start. She's lush.
And it is an amazing thing, like, just the sense of it's a strange analogy for me to make this, but it kind of like sometimes feels like,
make sure they can hear you.
Like a church group or something. I mean, as a non-religious person, that's a weird analogy to use, but I can't think of many other sort of groups I'd compare it with. Maybe it's just because I live in sort of neoliberal Britain, and the individual is so highly valued, and we don't talk to our neighbours.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
A state of fear, isn't it?
Yeah, but we've got this kind of very old school IRL community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Social media.
That sort of extends beyond our own friends. That seems quite common.
Yeah, definitely.
And it is not just a purely online thing.
I love it. Both.
Yeah.
The in real life vegans,
and
the online vegans.
Yeah, of course.
It's nice. Yeah. Manus is here. Hello, Manus. Shaman Jason, I guess Dan has watched the Zeitgeist films already.
I've not watched them, but I'm aware of it.
Should we write that down?
Yeah, the Zeitgeist. I mean, I'm aware that the Zeitgeist the Zeitgeist movement advocates for a resource-based economy. I remember reading that much, in a sense, quite meritocratic, in that it would have sort of engineers and scientists as leaders, from what I understand.
Oh, cool.
So in a sense as well, it's like a post-money, post-scarcity. Yeah, I like that as an idea. Perhaps, I don't think this is tangential because we're talking about economic models. I am a socialist. I think, in fact, I'd even in some senses go as far as to say I'm a communist, in that socialism works as a state, you know, from each according to deed, to each according to need. Sorry, from each according to, it does, and I've totally butchered it.
Oh.
It's Mark's quote. From each, from each need to deed, somewhere. Anyway, from my understanding, socialism puts more of a premium on what you do and what you're rewarded, how you're rewarded for it. You know, with you owning sharing the control of the means of production as a worker, and not as, you know, a bourgeois owner and profit of other people's wages. Whereas communism adds for a state of, you know, you get what you need sort of regardless of what you put in. But I do see problems with that. I don't see so many problems with the socialists, you know, and I don't mean it in the sort of Bernie Sanders social democratic sense or, you know, more state programs. I mean it, you know, in the socialist anarchist sense of, you know, we unite and we commonly own these things, and any hierarchies we have bear the burden of justification. So, you know, maybe the scientist is in charge of the group that does really scientific project. Maybe he has authority over technicians because he has, you know, reason for it. He has had the education, you know, whereas their skill sets fall in other areas that are components to the whole project. But I can see how that is a justification, but it would remove justification in like our current class system, sexist system, racist system. You know, it would be the only hierarchies would be because of necessity and, you know, merit. Those of merit positions that, you know, those who can do filling the positions that they can do.
Yeah.
What was that tangent from?
So you start these tangents and you don't even, you lose yourself along the way.
Yeah.
It all sounds amazing though. Shaman Jason said, totally get you, Dan, you're on my level.
Oh, we were talking about the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Yes. So I guess I was sort of running a bit of a comparison between it and its resource-based economy and common ownership of the means of production. So rather than being a centralized body that dictates this, you know, we all have to share. And
what is the zeitgeist?
The fairness, spirit of the time.
Oh, so it is kind of related to poltergeist.
Yeah. It's
I guess ghost spirit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so obvious.
Yeah, it's German.
Etymology. Amazing. The zeitgeist resource-based economy lecture as profit and forced scarcity is what caused most of our social and health issues.
I mean,
it's also why the meat industry still survives.
Yeah.
Amazing point, Shaman Jason.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I totally understand sort of where you're coming from. That, you know, government doesn't have enough money for children in the hospital.
Think of the children.
Think of the children. Yeah, that's exactly it. Whereas, you know, predicated on the assumption that there isn't resources there. I would say, in a lot of ways, from what I understand, and these pull me up on any differences, is that with a lot of the way the world is, you know, we talk about, you know, overpopulation and things like that. Well, no, that's capitalistic mismanagement of resources. It's promotion of, like, let's take a very pertinent veganism example. Production of livestock as means of earning money, because you know, the cow has as many calories and probably more nutrients per pound as grain does, but does it make 7 times more money per pound? Quite possibly, yes, particularly in industries subsidized by the government.
Yeah.
But and I don't know the stats and the truth behind that, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But in that, I've done it.
He's too smart for himself.
No, I'm too slow for myself.
It was in relation to talking to charities about it.
Yeah. So they're predicated on this false assumption.
Is Marnie okay? She's choking.
You're right, man.
Marnie, my cat, has got a cold right now. She's been sneezing and coughing and stuff. Maybe she's given me this. Like, I'm pretty ill right now. I've got cat flu, I think. Just wake up with Marnie sneezing on me.
All the cats that come to say hello.
Hayden Cooper says, my bunny is sat on my lap watching me.
Oh,
That's nice.
I love a bun.
We love rabbits. Rabbits are one of my favourite animals.
Rabbits.
I never know how to pronounce this person's name.
Melissa
Blue?
Melissa Blue.
Is it Melissa? I'm sorry.
Oh, I really like that. That's, yeah,
What?
Melissa Blue. It's a nice screen name.
Melissa Blue.
It's cool.
Correct us if we're wrong. What is this weird light on the screen? Is that? It's on, oh, it's from this.
Yeah.
We've got like these little fairy lights on us all this whole time. I didn't even know. Look.
Yeah. 20 times. What's that? Oh, you're eating a fairy.
Yeah. Correct us if we're saying your name wrong. But she or he says hi all, and then the little cookie face. I call that the cookie face. Do you know what I mean? I'll draw it.
Yeah.
The cookie face.
Cookie time.
The cookie face is just so happy. It's like me. Byron Murphy. Red Pawsey, are you doing these every Saturday night? That would be cool. And maybe Banana Warrior Princess could do the Sundays. Now, I don't know how many of you actually know this, but BWP only lives with me every other week.
Yeah.
So yeah, this week she's not here because she's at her job.
Yeah.
And then next week she'll be back. So it's Tuesday to Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird, like we live together, but it works quite well for our friendship, I feel. Because like we get on so well, but also we start to annoy each other maybe. And then I have this week on my own, and I get a lot of my video editing and stuff done, and she probably does the same. It's kind of a nice balance, but I love doing the live streams with her, so maybe this will be a regular thing. I've probably just stolen all of we used to have on the Hedge Herbivore live streams. Do you know what I mean? Like, because we're all like a little family. It's really nice. Like, I talk to these people.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe like I'll ask her. So tomorrow she'll still be at her job, but like maybe the next weekend. I enjoy them. I've always got something to say. I'll tell BWP that you said hi. Hayden says, have you ever lost friends because of veganism?
I haven't yet, which is good. Yes. I've maybe. Do you know what? I'm not going to put this way around, and I'm going to try and phrase it so it doesn't sound arrogant. I was going to say I've lost out on friends, but I think potential friends have lost out on me.
Nice. What happened?
This girl I went on she was just taking a piss.
Oh no!
Bacon jokes.
No way.
And I think
bacon jokes on a date.
Yeah, and I think she was trying to be friendly and was trying to do this persona, but I was just like, this is exhausting.
That's horrible.
I couldn't be friends with this person. I'm just tired. Their idea of humour. I mean, I could take a joke. I mean, I'm a bit skinned, but it was just like
maybe she didn't know what to say.
Maybe because it was a date type scenario as well. I was like, I need to be comfortable with this person. Yeah, like we're getting back up, and I'm having to like pretend that I'm not, not getting pissed off.
It's a weird one, isn't it? And it just goes to show like how veganism is still treated with such disrespect by some people, because in any other circumstance, you wouldn't go on a date with someone, find out what they're passionate about, and immediately start taking the piss.
Or if this was a religious thing, like I said, I can't eat any that's kosher, I'm afraid. You would, like most people wouldn't dare. I know that'd be
such
legally they're offered the same. They're both protected statuses. You can't discriminate. You can't not hire someone because they're vegan.
Yeah, it is a protected status. Yeah. It's just like in society, a lot of people just think it's fine to.
Yeah, just take the mickey.
No wonder you didn't go on a second date.
I think as well, like, and do correct me if I'm speaking out of turn here, but as a male, you get it, not a male. It's like you get this, like somehow it's a comment on your masculine.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And always the assumption, like, when you and I used to be together, the assumption.
We're not preferences.
Go on. The assumption that me vegan,
right,
and that
is
it was
that
some
thing?
kind of like thing where like you'd like beat me over the head with veganism. So it's like actually like
it's insulting.
Yeah, you were vegan in your past, like before, like in your teens, but like I remember coming home and saying, and I'd read something, I was like, I think we should go vegan.
Yeah, we were basically headed that way anyway.
Yeah,
and it was like the final nail in the
I
coffin,
was just
so to
like,
speak.
I don't want to do
Let's just be vegan now.
It's a milk thing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's horrible. I do feel bad.
So it's like my experience. Yeah, my experience as a vegan is like minimized by other men. Like
yeah, I guess it is more socially acceptable to be vegan as a woman.
Yeah.
And therefore there are more women vegans. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what is more attractive than a vegan man? Come on. Do you know what I mean? Like that compassion and empathy and logic. These are attractive features.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. It's bizarre. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Good question there, Hayden. Okay, King Now, hello. So all lives are equal. Hint, the answer is no. With a leading question there. Are all lives equal?
They're all lives equal in what regard? Like
equal or moral value?
Of equal moral value.
Yeah.
So it depends on your moral framework, but I think quite a common one among vegans, and it's one I ascribe to myself, is the capacity for suffering, which I think is quite an important component of sentience. I would say there is a hierarchy there because a human is capable of suffering in ways that an ant can't, as far as we know.
Interesting.
As far as we know, we can't observe ants or lobsters or creatures like that.
Because we're not dealt animal experimentation.
Suffering from heartbreak, for example.
Yeah.
But humans can, cows clearly can.
Oh yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if someone told me great apes can, dolphins can, and pigs can, and it's that, So I would say that yes, there are moral differences there. It's, to me, a more morally reprehensible act to murder a human than it is to die. That doesn't mean I think it's acceptable to kill a human. I just think morally it's a bigger thing. It's going to have a wider moral landscape around you, emotional landscape around you. So yeah, that's how I look on it, and highly subjective, philosophically directed question.
Love it.
Yeah.
Getting some good questions going on. Shame Jason. Jeremy Corbyn is veggie, and he appointed a vegan agriculture shadow minister. Yeah, right. That's good stuff. So
that's what
voting Labour.
That's what made me start to take the Labour Party seriously.
Yeah, yeah.
Years and years. Basically. Yeah. Not just being another party full of wonks, basically.
Are you allowed to announce on a social media platform what you're voting?
Yeah, you can do what you want with your vote. You don't have you can't be coerced. You can't be coerced to say it or to vote it. You can say what you like. I don't mind people knowing I'm going to vote Labour. Yeah. And it's an interesting thing I've seen the June 8th. Obviously, in 2015, of most of my friends were quite left. Some of them kind of radically so as well. There was a diverse range of things like, I'll be voting Green, I'll be voting Glass War, I'll be voting this, I'll be voting that. But now I just hear Labour. Even sort of hardcore don't vote anarchists. I know are saying I'm going to vote because getting the Tories out is more important. Labour are the best chance of that, of something different, something at least somewhat more left wing than what we've had for a long time. It's weird how unifying it's been.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. It's like I'm not sad anymore about the fact that the Greens didn't win that. the constituency where I live, an actual Green MP standing, but in its history had a Green MP. I think I might be wrong about that, but now I'm like, yeah, okay, it's safer that Labour are in for this particular circumstance because Labour are more likely to.
Do you want a drink? Continue talking then.
Yeah. So
what do you want to drink?
Cheers.
Got no milk.
That's fine. Black coffee. Right.
Now said it was about the all lives being.
King now.
King now, yeah.
Do you think an ant's life is of equal moral value to humans?
No,
I think we've answered that. If you believe that sentience is what grants moral value, you're believe that all lives are not equal because animals have different levels of sentience. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we were discussing, I guess, in a nutshell, isn't it? It's, there is clearly I suppose, it's clear or not, it's probably not a fair distinction there, but there's a gradation in sort of conscience, if you like, because of the capacity for experience and internal life and this kind of thing. That's, certainly in mammals shown to be quite present in most cases, but in, say, arthropods, it's not. Right. That's fine. Are Paul and Jem are going to do any more live? I don't know.
Hang on. People are really wanting to get to know about that.
What, Paul and Gemma?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know that situation. All right, we're going to have to wait for a second then, folks. All right, Reb, do you want to answer that quickly now? All right, because I can't really get on. People want to know! Cool. Hi, folks. Do you know, I'm going to read round this to that. Prince Fancy Bum was looking at beans while looking at your face, Reb. My husband does the same job that BWP used to do. Oh, that's cool. Guys, can you stop? I think I misunderstood the question. Gosh. I don't know what that question was. Did BWP get a bigger hard drive? You'd have to ask BWP.
Well, hang on. I know.
Oh, you know that. All right, why don't you jump in and answer then?
I thought you were just going to continue talking about value of life.
No, we kind of just got to the end of that.
Oh man,
I don't know what
can't be trusted on my live stream, dude.
No one was objecting.
You're out of control with the comments.
What more can I say?
Right. No, I couldn't hear you over the kettle. So. Yeah. Okay. La, 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 la. Where was it? Oh yeah, that one. Oh yeah, Paul and Gemma live streams. They have to wait for 3 months.
Why?
3 months to do another live stream.
Why have they been punished? What's happened?
It's crazy, and Paul's been in contact with them, and it's just been a nightmare.
Yeah.
I don't know. They thought it was spam, and
because of the number.
Maybe the number of videos, but he was deleting them straight afterwards and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless something changes and it gets repealed, is that a word?
Yeah, but they're notoriously slow.
Yeah, 3 months for another hedgehog before live stream. But I'll try and get them around here, or because I usually go around their house for dinner, but I'll try and get them around here again, and we'll do it because. Until this one gets taken away, we just keep coming back because I love talking to these guys. Do you know what I mean?
What did they do to warrant that?
That's what I mean. YouTube just took it down.
Yeah, but did they give a reason?
Yeah, they said it was spam.
What? I don't understand what about what they did was spam.
Kettle's World. Do you want to go with me?
Yeah.
I've put the coffee and the sugar in the cup.
You catch the comments.
Yeah. So I know I love the live streams. It's good enough. Friends about this one. So, Prince Fancy Bum's here. Do you know Prince Fancy Bum? Oh yeah, that's what I was just about to read. What kind of beans? But I think that's the best. If that's a compliment, that's the best compliment I've heard in a while. Eating beans whilst looking at your face. That's a vegan flirting right there. 10 out of 10. Oh man.
Sit your beans in.
Oh, I can't breathe. I'm so ill. Okay. Burger King are giving away free fries with a Whopper. That's a good thing, not a bad one, because it shows their desperation for sales. They are literally giving food away. And also, those really annoying adverts from McDonald's. Exactly, isn't it? Chicken McNuggets.
Yeah.
Are they zombie? What is it?
Yeah.
Are they zombie 6 foot tall featherless chickens? No, sorry, they're just chickens.
Yeah, just chickens.
Just fuck chickens. You. Yeah. It's so bad. But
just corporate.
But that's what I'm saying is that, like Byron's saying, it just goes to show that how scared they are. Because people are obviously getting more savvy to animal welfare and stuff like that, and they want to know what's in their food.
Yeah.
And
welfare is going to collapse. So.
They're going to buy fast food.
Yeah.
It is a good thing. It's just laughable, isn't it? Like the tactics they're pulling to rein back the customers. Yeah. Nearly all carnists are flippant with their comments. It's just part of the ignorance. Yeah, the same thing. I don't want to get too far behind with the chat, guys. I'll manage going over again how some tattoos aren't vegan. Sometimes the ink that they use has got animal, like sometimes the black ink is from bone char and stuff like that. So if you're going to get a tattoo, call ahead and ask if the ink they use is vegan. And also sometimes the tracer paper has beeswax on it. So just be aware. Yeah. Okay. Melissa Blue, Samsara Baraka, both movies seem to have a vegan message. They're really good if you guys haven't heard of them. Well, I haven't heard of them. So thank you. And I'll put them on my list. But I keep losing the goddamn pen. Oh, I'm so underprepared. There it is. Okay. Movies or old? I need to write them down. Samsara. Is that? Oh, they're two different movies. Cool. Thanks. I'll check them out. Yeah, I might delete it afterwards. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, they can come see it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but share the link. Yeah. Everyone, please give this video a thumbs up right now.
Yeah, share it around, like it.
To get more peeps involved.
Get more peeps in, get more questions.
It's going good. Yeah.
What am I looking for the video? Share it on Bookface.
The face of the books. King now, do you think we should get 25 years in jail for intentionally killing an ant?
Oh, intentionally killing an ant. That's an interesting question. Do you know what? I don't entirely believe in a punitive prison system, to be honest.
What does punitive mean?
Punishment. I think prison should be rehabilitated, which I would think would necessitate a system potentially of maybe there'd be a term limit, but an ongoing review, psychological. I guess it's more of a treatment for whatever it is that's led to you say you're a murderer.
Well, you are in this sense of an ant.
But let's take it to the human context for just a second. If you murdered a person, I would say that perhaps if you could be rehabilitated, then eventually you would be released. So even if it was like a life sentence, if you demonstrate that you're no longer a harm, and to society, then you're reforming. In that case, intentional killing of creatures, yes, would demonstrate, a problem, and I think potentially, depending on the circumstances, the frequency of it occurring, that kind of thing, might require some kind of treatment to stop them doing it. Yes. Yeah. I'm like, it does kind of clash a bit because I'm quite libertarian about a lot of things. And I don't mean that in the awful right-wing American political party sense of the word. I mean in terms of, I think quite often authority is wrong, is unjustified. But I think rehabilitating the violent, and that is a natural hierarchy, a natural power that can be imposed on people for the good of society as a whole. So yeah, I guess maybe not a sentence, but maybe in this terms of prison being like help for you, it would be more like going to counselling. So
Yeah.
it would be more like,
yeah, why do you feel
rather
the need
than
to kill?
we need to lock you in a room,
Yeah.
like in straitjacket, whilst you have counsellors talk to you, and meds till you're better.
But you must admit that, like, you have a degree of speciesism.
Oh yes, so do I. Like as I said,
I think that's why they used Ants the example.
Yeah, because as well,
it does seem like a trivial animal.
I showed mine in that, my assumption that there is a greater level of sentience in a human than an ant.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That is. Yeah. I mean, by definition of the word, it's speciesist, but I don't think it's problematic. Because mentally, I'm still not going to kill or torture or harm or interfere with that ant.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the default position should be to not do that sentient things if they're at all sentient.
Indeed.
Yeah.
If that's answered that question.
Yeah.
Vegan Tina.
Yes.
Hello. They are in the room. How do you feel about Gary Yourofsky retiring from activism? That was 10 minutes ago. Let's just make a point of that. I'm sorry.
Do you want to say this?
Touched briefly on it earlier, didn't we? But
yeah.
I think it was needed. He's done so much for animals. He needs to retire. If he feels like he's burning out, it's like Emily Bites and she's recently gone on a hiatus.
Yeah,
do you need to do it?
Heartrending that video of hers.
Emily's great.
Yeah. She's great.
Worked their asses to the bone. Is that a quote? Is that a saying?
It is now, because you just said it.
Work their hands to the bone? Yeah. Work their asses off.
I mean, if they mock floors with their butt cheeks, then probably got the rest of the thing.
They needed a break, both of them. So hopefully they're happy.
If it's like stone-clad walls or something.
Yeah.
Ass to the bone.
Oh man. There's still people just talking about the ant. That's a good. Okay, and Vegan Tina again. Do you support Meatless Mondays, or do you push for complete elimination of all animal products?
I don't think it's a zero-sum game. I mean, my ultimate goal is elimination of all animal products. Of course it is. However, I still would say, it's having a measurable effect, isn't it? That you're eating, say you eat meat 2 meals a day, you're killing 2 less animals.
Was it Paul McCartney who came up with Meatless Mondays? Now, obviously, he was veggie. Is he vegan? Yeah.
I don't know.
But anyway, he came up with Meat Free Monday. He has good intentions. I think it's because he underestimates. It's like the whole 5-a-day thing.
Yeah.
It's because they underestimate that people can eat more than that. So he's like, baby steps, give a Meat Free Monday, hoping that they'll.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's too slow.
His intentions are no, but he's not giving people enough credit.
Yeah, so I don't really support Meat Free Monday. And who's doing it anyway? Did you know anyone who did it?
We used to do it as companies.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm sure we did.
I never thought, oh, it's Meat Free Monday, I'm gonna cook us veggie. Maybe you did, subconsciously, I don't know, but I think it's I want total elimination.
Yeah, I agree. I want that is what I want. I guess sort of what I'm seeing is I see Meat Free Monday as a step on the road.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
but it's too slow.
Yeah.
It's like people think it's fine to just have Meat Free Monday. It's not. At the rate the planet is getting destroyed. Do you know what I mean? The government needs to step in and like make it more important, more in the news.
Yeah, it's
how
hard.
bad animal agriculture is.
It's hard to disagree with you there because, again, speaking from a channel of the justifiable hierarchies, I think the bodies, if we need such things, stepping in to enforce sort of climate control laws.
Definitely.
There's a justification for it. There's an empirical justification there at this point.
So Meat Free Monday, good intention. Step it up a lot.
It's again, it's a matter of we need to make this profitable somehow. We need to make this work. We need to not destroy the meat industry.
Yeah.
The system needs to be smashed and a new one put into the shell of the old.
What are you using?
Yes.
A bit of product placement there.
A little bit of, as we're talking about advertising.
Tip-free tea. It's from All by My Own Guts.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Yeah, good stuff.
3 months, what BS? Yeah. Manna says we should live stream more. Yeah, I think we're going to do that now on this channel, Manna, because I've seen a lot of familiar faces and it's nice.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Hayden, answer my question, please. Is that to us, Hayden, or are you talking amongst yourself? Repeat it if it was first. And yes, Prince Fancy Film.
I enjoy a good butt Prince Fancy.
Oh dear. Yeah. What? Yeah, people are really loving talking about the ants. Just trying to catch up. Oh. What has cuteness got to do with moral value? That's a question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Species again, isn't it?
Yeah. It's right. It's not a naturally justifiable hierarchy. You keep saying that,
Manna said, "What's your favourite song?" Yeah, I have several.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the song 300 Mile Per Hour Torrential Output Blues by the White Stripes.
Yeah.
I really like I Carry the Camera.
Yeah.
I really like 10,000 Emerald Pools by Thorns.
Yeah.
Some others. I love songs.
My favourites would be The Only Constant Is Change by As I Dying, Confined by As I Dying, Breathe Life by Philosophy Engage.
Songs, Zombie by the Cranberries.
Yeah, definitely.
I really like Unchained Melody.
Losing My Religion by R.E.M.
Oh yeah.
Cool, what else? Rise or Rise by Rammstein.
You like Rammstein?
Son Du Hast Ich Will. Yeah, I love Rammstein.
I've recently really gotten into Tame Impala and Glass Animals, a bit more psychedelic.
Yeah.
Psychedelic rock.
My sort of I've been enjoying a playlist together of like stuff like David Bear, Aphex Twin.
Oh yeah.
Woodley shit.
Is that a genre?
I like my Woodley shit.
That's going in the notebook.
Yep, Woodley shit.
Question manners.
Yeah.
Vegans have such a bad stereotype.
Yeah.
We just got to keep being a good example. And the thing is, like, there's all kinds of different people who are vegan, aren't there? So we've all got our own way to go
any group that wants change is, least first. Take I think a good historic example in this country is the Luddites. People think they were anti-technology. We'll know the full story is they were anti industrial work because of automatic looms and stuff like that. It was the work aspect. In fact, they were starving because of poverty, not technology as well as the straw man that's been constructed. And there's stereotypes of like the Soviet Union representing what communism are, and it's like it's true because it's a centralized state with a dictator. Like all kinds of things. But there's things where like there were stereotypes made of the key people in the civil rights movement as well. And venerated through sort of like a particular image of that person, as I'd say, like Gandhi. I mean, with Gandhi in particular, it's not really a thing that like is massively spoken about in Britain. He's seen as like this, peaceful hero who invented like the sitting protest, but it was against the British Empire who was protesting. We're not really highlighted. That's kind of like I've noticed sort of until I was learning history and learning about sort of Indian century history in particular in school. Now it's kind of pushed under the rug apart from there where we had to learn about it. But, Gandhi actually, he was like really wanted, the freedom of India, didn't he? Like that's, that's not how he's taught. He's sort of presented this as like monk. This is like, yeah. So it's interesting how we construct our heroes.
Definitely. And it's all about perspective as well.
Yeah.
Stuff always seems worse when it's happening now.
Oh yeah, like
that's why this live stream is so amazing. It's happening now.
ISIS seem terrifying, but the IRA don't.
Exactly.
We've gone back to stereotypes about the Irish instead. That's scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Scary,
bad.
Which is interesting.
But it's very interesting how that.
Yeah, and Russians aren't seen as like, how they once were in the Cold War. How the Russian spy and all that. Yeah.
Vegan Tina had a good thing to say. Agree. I think baby steps are for babies. And we need to treat adults like adults and take animal exploitation seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Come on. Natural vegan content is diet.
Oh, I like it. Different strokes for different folks,
Yeah, she appeals to some people. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like that's what we were just saying. Oh, not a fan of Isle Mazard's winky face. He's entertaining though.
Yeah. It's nice to watch someone so fucking arrogant talk. It really is.
We came to the conclusion that he's a narcissist.
Oh yeah, clearly.
It's very interesting.
And the sort of the dropping of like languages he can speak and views he's got and like books learn about. It's very like pantomime. It feels.
And he kind of a lot of time he picks up on a point, but he gets it wrong, and then he just runs with it. And he's like, "Mate, you missed the point," but he won't be told about
the whole deal with him. And ask yourself. I find some of what he says contentious. I understand the guy's reasons for thinking what he thinks, but I think a lot of it for reasons and things that maybe he doesn't, or maybe I don't. But on veganism, personally, I can't fault him. He's using a purely like predicate logic method, and he's found a way to turn that into a way to have a discussion. Academic. I mean that's like fantastic, and I've used the name trait argument several times myself. Like, it's amazing, and it's easy to modify, and and it's so good for exposing hypocrisy and honest arguments. So the reason I don't really understand why are they against it either. It's like, this is, you know, it's not what you're straw manning it as. Oh, I forget. I haven't watched the videos. But like, yeah.
I just hate that Isaac doesn't allow comments on his video.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And if you pressed him on it, it
discussion.
would be about, oh, YouTube is set.
Do you know what he did? He did briefly allow comments.
That's good. That's good.
And I commented on some of his videos, and then he's like, disabled it all again and deleted them. Strange.
Yeah.
Manus is going. You may have already gone by at this point, but
See you,
bye.
Manus. Bye.
Thanks for joining us, Manus.
Yeah, good to see you.
Good to see you and see you again soon. Meatless Mondays is like a serial killer taking the weekends off. Or vegetarian.
Yeah. I like it.
It's from Ash. And who are taking baby steps and they're vegetarian for 10 years. Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's true. It's like on Carnage. He said it's now it sounds so bad as offensive as ethnic cleansing Free Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree. I mean, let me clarify. Earlier, I guess I was giving an unnecessary prologue as to why it exists and why I think it's better than not having it. But
it's not the best.
It's not the approach we should take. We're not going to get a vegan model.
Because it lets people off the hook, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, we're doing Meat Free Monday. I'm doing my bit. I'm doing my part. That's fine. That's fine. That's all I can do. It's all I can do.
Better than nothing, but come on, step it up, people.
Yeah.
King Now's like King Now. You seem quite controversial. It's sort of
I like it.
they're sparking off some
spicy times.
Some spicy combos in the comments.
Spicy
Are they even vegan? Asked Hayden. Who knows?
Let's see.
King Now.
Because I'd imagine carnists are welcome.
Yeah, of course, everyone's welcome. King Now is saying that baby steps are shown to be an effective route to veganism because it's easier, and that since it's easier to encourage people to do it.
Yeah,
more people do it.
That. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I mean, I have heard things say,
it's less scary.
Like taking a route. Like a similar thing I have heard is that there've been studies showing that there's you can be more likely to have a successful vegan outcome if you start pescatarian, from vegetarianism to veganism. However, I've never seen studies myself, so please take that with a pinch of salt. I don't know. It seems, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I went through vegetarian. So.
Yeah, but touching back on the previous point, is when people say that they're going to go vegetarian with hope of being vegan, over like 10 years.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
why are you stuck?
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? So some people, this is basically why vegetarianism doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because if you're in it for ethics, so
I mean, it's utterly contradictory. So
it's good intentions, but it's like you haven't fully looked at it.
Yeah.
Because if you did, you'd be vegan. I find it fascinating.
It's a demonstration of the make the world that leads to veganism.
Yeah, of course.
I think if enough people, I think any ethical vegetarian, if they explore that long enough, that they should be vegan.
Yeah, they should. Yeah.
Whether they do it or not, I guess maybe a question of other factors. But.
So I don't judge a vegetarian for being vegan. Like if they don't know, but then as soon as they know, they should be vegan, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Same with anyone.
Yeah.
It's interesting though.
I think they get a hard time off a lot of vegans.
Probably.
Which is unfair. I think I've seen a lot of like stuff like that. I think that's not productive. Like, we had is one around. Why listen to them? Why are they not vegan?
Yeah.
What's the issue? If it's something that's product of misinformation, you can help them with that. Or
exactly.
Perhaps, I mean, quite frankly, I thought before I was vegan, I thought it was a step too far. Part of that is because I didn't know about. So I was taught in school that cows just lactate and they need to be pregnant.
Yeah.
For that, like I remember being told they just lactate, and that's half the truth. It was like, they just lactate a lot, like more than they would if they were like naturally evolved creatures, because they've been bred that way, but they have to be pregnant still. So
There's so much disinformation and misinformation. So it's no one's fault.
Yeah, but
like when I'm doing Tinder activism, sometimes I'll think someone's vegan or veggie or something, and then they're like, "Oh no, I'm a meat eater, sorry."
Yeah.
And they say, "Oh, do you hate me?"
Yeah.
I was like, "No, of course I don't hate you."
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, dating sites are really good for that, aren't they? Like people are like, "Oh no, I don't think this will work. You're a vegan, and I'm a meat eater." So
yeah,
okay, well, you've not had that discussion.
That's not what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
But that is interesting. But yeah, like people are like, "Oh, do you hate me?" It's like, "I don't hate you. I don't judge you." Because you don't know. But it's like, it's different, isn't it? If someone's been told about veganism and then they still remain, what's the word? Ignorant?
Not ignorant.
Willfully.
Yeah, willfully ignorant.
Yeah. Okay, King now. There's a vegan man who presents the psychology of activism. I strongly urge that you watch this video. Yeah. I have been sent that before by somebody, maybe even you. It's like a half an hour long, I think. Most effective forms of activism and the psychology of activism. Yeah. Good video to recommend. Okay, Byron Murphy, Radiohead, Karma Police, and no surprise and exit music for a film. If you haven't experienced these gems, please definitely like Radiohead.
Yeah.
Karma Police. That one.
Oh yeah.
I love a bit of Radiohead. Yeah. So chill. Do you know, when I was in high school, and the album was the album called High and Dry. Yeah. Well, anyway, I think it was. But
I wasn't a big fan.
Oh, okay. I used to just like have my CD player, Walkman, my Discman.
Yeah.
And I had that Radiohead album, and I just listened to High and Dry all the time. Yeah. Such a good song, High and Dry. Listen to that. That is a good song. Well done. Good recommendation. So, just FYI, Dan, it's 10 o'clock. Didn't know if you wanted to stay much longer or.
I'll probably go soon. Just
yeah. She said she went vegan the minute she was presented with the information about animal cruelty. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's how it should be.
I think possibly you told me that before, Ash.
Anthony Hogwood, hello. Sorry, I don't know how long you've been in the chat. We're a little bit behind. Love from Bournemouth, Earthlings crew. It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. I take it you did the Earthlings experience today. See you at the Norwich Vegan Camp Out.
Oh, that's from Bristol.
Yeah, I'm not going to the Norwich Vegan Camp Out because it clashes with Bristol Veg Fest. Yeah. But I am going to the Derbyshire Vegan Camp Out. Yeah. The official one. So see you there. Yeah. Right. What? I don't know. Okay. Byron. You said you want all animal exploitation gone, yet 10 years ago you and me couldn't be asked to try one vegan meal a year. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? It's organic, regardless of our influences. Still largely organic. Yeah, Byron Murphy is so wise. Yeah. You always make such sense. It's but that's encouraging, you know, because that shows that even the biggest meat eater could change. Yeah. Just with the right information. So I think just all forms of activism. Yeah. Activism at any opportunity. Yeah. And we need all kinds of people. We need people who are really gentle about it. We kind of need controversial and more aggressive, one of the best ways. We need vegan gains. Vegan gains. Yeah. Again, I don't fully agree with a lot of what Vegan Gains says. He's watching guests and knowing that I have some sort of perspective on asking stuff. However, veganism and his approach, you know, may well appeal to people other than me with different views. So, yeah. Monster Blue says vegans need to be more understanding of meat eaters since we all ate animals before. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I'm sorry if I ever sound harsh. Like, I don't I don't really mean it. It's just because that does make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like abolitionist,
Yeah,
like no excuses. Exactly. Like obviously, like when I actually do street interviews and talk to women as well, I am very much like more just trying to make them see the connection better, because that is the way to go about it. Is just gentle education. Like when it's one-on-one like that, of course. Yeah. Education is the key. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we do have to be. It's easy to be like, oh my god, you eat animals, you're horrible. So, patiently explain, yeah. Shaman Jason is going. Thanks, Shaman Jason. Yeah, we're gonna round this up in 5. We're just gonna catch up with the comments. My throat's so sore. Yeah, Byron Murphy. It irks me, this holier than thou attitude that appeared overnight. It's shameful. And even if you're vegan from birth, that's still parental enforcement, not an individual choice. So you can't win. You can't win. I wonder if King Now is still. Oh yeah, King Now is still being controversial. It's quite good. I'd rather first normalise minimal, even if it's not right, complete abstinence. It would reach the end goal of abolitionism faster, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
You agree?
So what? More weaponism to lead to that?
Yeah, obviously, with the end goal of total animal liberation.
Yeah, I mean, I guess as long as you're not normalising welfare.
Yeah, it's sort of a fine line, isn't it?
Yeah, to an extent. I think like the setup is similar to the perspective on democracy reform that I was talking about earlier. Many reform shit so far before is the norm. National system of the new and show the old.
So the main thing that seems to be going on now is that because King Now is saying if you're pushing someone to become vegan now, go vegan now, like they might do it wrong. They might get sick. They might end up going back to eating animals because they feel like they failed. Right. Whereas if it's like a slower stepping stone approach, are they more likely to long term? Interesting.
Good. Yeah. I would say there's an answer to both things. Is vegan education in school.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah.
You get away with this shit of teaching people dairy food.
Yeah, get that out of the
big
pyramid.
Get fucking free milk at schools.
What is that? What is it called? Come with that.
Well, or the only option being dairy is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
Alternatives available. That's about it. But I do think this gets it out. Alternatives. And then people would know more about, get nutrition for fucking starting in school. It's not, is it? Like, we're gonna have a class tonight. We're gonna have the spaghetti on that.
Can they hear you?
No, it's like, okay, yeah, but where was our actual? I don't remember being taught on like this is a food that's a good source of iron. This is like this is how to plan your meals for the week, because one day you'll be living in the real world.
That's why the protein though thing is still so prevalent.
Yeah.
Because people think that
meat
is the only source of protein.
Yeah.
Because the pyramid.
Yeah.
Or meat alternative.
Yeah.
As in you have to have Lindy Max.
Yeah.
Or you have to have corn.
Yeah.
So no, you don't.
Yeah.
And I thought that too, even as a vegetarian.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that plants contain protein.
Yeah. No, did I?
Like, as in it's in all plants and not just nuts. Yeah. Who wants to eat the equivalent size portion of nuts to meat? Because you get too much fat.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, and protein deficiency, is it correct? Am I correct in thinking that that's never been a protein deficiency?
You can be, but
it would take a heck of a lot.
It would, you have protein deficiency. What I understand is like the realm of things like marasmus, kwashiorkor, where the albumin is being consumed from your blood from within because you need it to cell.
Well, because you're so malnourished.
Yeah, so that's
in general.
You see like a starving child with hot belly.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's kwashiorkor.
Kwashiorkor.
So,
what a word.
Yeah, so it's a condition where the blood sort of seeps into the tissues.
Oh yeah.
And because the albumin has been consumed out, because albumin is protein, then the next step is marasmus, where like muscle tissues, like in you, and then you sort of emaciate it.
Okay, so not your average vegan is just going to look like that because they're not eating corn.
Spot me someone suffering from marasmus in the West.
Marasmus is such a good word.
Yeah.
Let's write that down.
Yeah, like that's not a deficiency that's common in our diet. Like there are deficiencies, and they're generally mineral deficiencies. See,
yeah.
Like I read this thing one time in America that malnutrition is really fucking prevalent in the United States.
Oh yeah.
And it's because of the diet. It's because like food is abundant, but nutritious food is not in some parts of. I'd wager it's the same thing here in the UK as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, in much of the West. Food deserts, like things like that. Yeah.
Byron Murphy says, turn on 4/7. It's channel 4S. What? Best of channel 4 on channel 47.
Right.
Can you read it instead?
What? Turned on 4/7. It's channel 4's best on channel 47. Joe Wilkinson is on screen.
I don't actually have a TV license, so we can't watch TV in this house. Who is Joe Wilkinson? Is that really ignorant of me?
Don't know.
Oh no!
Someone said I look like him, but I need a brown suit.
Okay, I'll Google Joe Wilkinson. Yeah, because it was Byron who told you to get a brown suit, wasn't it?
Let's settle this Joe Wilkinson.
Joe Wilkinson. Is he your doppelganger? Oh, I can't type. Okay. I know that dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like.
Oh, it's him.
He's an actor / comedian, isn't he?
I know the guy. What's it? Yeah, I could do that.
You take that compliment?
Am I doing the hair well?
Nice one. I take it he wears a brown suit. Oh my god, Hayden Cooper. My vegan cousin is dying of protein deficiency. 1 like equals 1 prayer.
Yes.
Those things on Facebook just crack me up. 1 like equals 1 prayer. 1 scroll equals fuck you.
1 share equals 1 Jesus.
Yes,
like, the whole Jesus.
Oh. Like the concept of praying for someone is nice.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, 1 like does not equal 1 share. A holy prayer, like you can't equivocate to a like on Facebook.
Well, that's because your face must.
I believe in the social medias. Oh dear. Right, should we round this up? Yeah. I think we're catching up. That is, yeah, Byron Murphy. That is uncanny. Yes to the brown suit. So next time you see Dan, you'll have a brown suit on.
No.
And the final tally for shave versus non-shave was.
I don't do suits. They're not
2-1. So shave, and 1 person says don't shave. So you have to shave your beard off. Oh my god! Let's not leave it on such a harsh note.
I'm not shaving shit.
It's getting cranky now. All right, I think we're gonna
wrap that
head off now. You're so sweary on my channel.
I'm not on mine.
I don't mind. It's just you've gotten more sweary as the night has gone on. It's got heated. Yeah.
Cranky. And I should be in bed by now.
All right. Please leave my house.
Okay.
No, this has been awesome, guys. Thank you for chatting with us. You had fun?
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for making this first.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Really cool first live stream on my channel. Thank you for sharing and liking it and getting involved.
Share it and shit and come to the next one.
Yeah, definitely.
Go like my thing as well.
Oh yes, remember to subscribe to Dan Pawsey.
Yeah.
Bugzilla. B-U-G-G. No, B-U-G.
Good job. I'm not worried about being doxxed, innit?
What do you mean doxxed?
My identity. I don't care.
What?
I'm just joking.
It says it on all your social media.
Yeah, I know.
You're not anon.
It's just I'm imagining if suddenly like that was a situation where I was anonymous. You said go subscribe.
No, don't, because that did actually happen when I did the Vegan Revolution live stream that time.
Really?
Yeah. Let's not talk about that. I accidentally said his name. This has been awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, subscribe to Dan, BUGZILLAH. Yeah, but I've lost the page.
I can do that.
Yeah.
There
Anyway.
we go. There.
And we've made some good notes for tonight.
Yeah.
So thanks for all the recommendations and stuff for us to look up after. Some songs, some films, some like bits.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I'm gonna go and not look at myself in the camera. It's disconcerting.
Discombobulating.
I think I've played my hair as much in the space of however long ever. It's really greasy now.
Alright. Bye everyone. Bye. Woohoo. Bye, bye, bye. Is it doing it?